got blokes in there.
Yeah, Kev, I'll just give you a bit of a tip about an old since it had a book line.
He had a good initiation for the first game.
Did he see his face?
Yeah, he did. He had a big shine on there.
It was all accidental, I think.
Is Piercy's young nephew playing there?
Well, Darren's his brother.
Oh, no, that's right.
There's your old man, Jim.
All right.
Still going?
Yeah.
Oh, you got to get to
He's in the rugby.
He's second.
Who's that? Pearson's brother.
Yeah, it is. I just got mother and half, so grandbox.
He doesn't play set.
Join the team. Changed. They always do that. A couple of weeks' time, maybe we've got your big past players. This deck doesn't take much generally to act much. Expecting it to be overflowing that game up of past players. And past players pretty done a fantastic job. Especially Jamie Aiken and the boys. They've got 12 and 2 guaranteed to come, so we're getting at a stage now, especially that the 68, 69 side gets a bit older, so we're going to take these chances that we can and get them all together. Fantastic day. Disappointed with there's probably not a couple of hundred fast players there, plus our normal recruit. Give best officials to get back to the club to support and just show the current teams that are playing and get there for the game. Hopefully, yeah, I think it's important that people have only played 2 games.
Oh, yeah, the visitor.
Because you're as big a part as someone that's played 2 games.
Absolutely, Kevin. Thank you for joining us here on Gippsland League today, mate. Good luck to the club over a few months with the redevelopment. Really? A couple of big weeks for you. You said Nick Freeze down there in King's
She's living in Traralgon.
Those two.
It's the results game. Nearly finished.
Put the house in Buckingham.
What about Gippsland League?
That's the end of the game. End of the reserves.
we're getting a bit of a shortage of chairs outside. I think we need to restock.
Should have grabbed some Bobby Tyler's over
It's all thanks to having on the
Good job, boys.
Wow.
Don't forget to switch me on in the next one.
Hey, you know, mate. I ain't gonna really
Don't forget me on the next one, Tim.
Monday night. 6:40 low.
Yes, we are.
round 7 of this
Thought it would be hard enough.
How are you? Good? These two last
Well, he said
game. I think Traralgon now, they sit fourth on the ladder, Wonthaggi is second, one win away, and it'll be 4 teams on 5 wins. So one of those games where Traralgon can really, find themselves in a very good position. They won't take the position away from Wonthaggi because the percentage is far too great unless they win by 30 goals this afternoon. I can't see that happening, but the conditions may say that we might have a bit of a shootout today too, Timmy. So looking forward to this game.
Paul Carter, number 1 stat man in the business. Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, boys and listeners. We always like players who provide consistency. Louis D'Angelo is one of those for Traralgon. Been in their best 6 every week this year so far. One of just 3 players in the league to do that. Cooper Harvey of Bairnstar, Will Leslie of Sale are the other 2 who have been in their club's best 6 for the year. So he will certainly be a driving force for the Maroons today. Goal kicking wise, there's 6 players in the league who've kicked a goal each week. Ben Crocker, obviously, one for Moe, but there's 3 playing today. Jai Williams from Wonthaggi. A boxer was mentioned before, what a goal kicking asset he is. He's found the goals every week so far. Ty Hourigan and Cade Reuters are the 2 for Traralgon that have been goal kickers each week. Just for the interest's sake, the other 2, apart from Ben Crocker, Archer Watt of Maffra and Lockie Burne-Jones of Bairnsdale have also got themselves on the goal-kicking list 6 out of 6 weeks so far.
Yeah, beautiful there, Paul. Thank you very much. Joining us, thanks to Carpet Country Boundary Riding this afternoon, is Addie Howe. Addie, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, all.
And as you mentioned earlier, the ground is looking in fantastic condition, but a bit of breeze favouring either end or going straight across the ground?
It's going straight across the ground at the moment, boys, but I'll let you know when that changes.
Absolutely. Look forward to your special comments along the day. Boxer, we've got loads of talent between these 2 teams, and there'll be a few that, just some names that you think might be looking up for the best on ground for today, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu, where it's the new 7-seat Isuzu MUX is in stock. It's their most capable family SUV ever, featuring an array of advanced technology features that are tailored to make your life easier, Boxer. Yeah. And that is certainly what you need, is something to make your life easier. Yeah. Own it and go your own way in the new Isuzu MUX SUV, Gippsland Isuzu, on the Princess Highway in Traralgon, LMCT 10285. Give us a couple of names that we should be looking out for today.
Yeah, well, Paul Carter's already mentioned a couple of absolute rippers. So Ty Hourigan for me, Traralgon. Where does he play? That's the big question mark this afternoon. Does he start forward? Does he start back? We know how good he is on both ends of that. Ryan Sparks as well for me. Such a talented footballer, had his stint down in the VFL last year, now he's full-time back at Wonthaggi, kicks 5 last week through the midfield, highest ranking of any Gippsland League player ever, so in one game. So we've got 2 absolute superstars, and then you can just throw around a couple of other little names like Louis D'Angelo, and then, you chuck in Josh Bates of Wonthaggi, and you've got another great matchup there as well. So it just continues to flow on through there too. So looking forward to so many matchups this afternoon, Timmy.
Absolutely, and also we'll be looking out for Beast, and I reckon we might give you the responsibility today as who we're going to give it to. I know it's normally generally a consensus, but I reckon you might just take the cake and give it away. Is the Zambrero goal of the day, and fast food shouldn't slow you down. Zambreros, burritos, bowls and nachos are cooked slow and served fast with only the freshest and most delicious ingredients. Visit your local Zambrero or order online today. Zambrero, Traralgon and Warragul. Feel good Mex. Give us a couple of names, Beast, who you reckon might be floating around the goals. Are we going to see some, in what is really, really good conditions? Yes, there is a little bit of a breeze going across the ground, but this is when the great players like to be a bit of goal sneak. Perfect conditions for them.
It is, Timmy, and I think you're spot on there. I think it is going to be a small forward sort of day today. I don't think we're going to see too much other than the traditional forward, big forward lead up, go back, kick goal. So I think the likes of Liam Wilton from Traralgon, who's very, very crafty around goal, has kicked a few goals already this year. Connor Ambler, I think, is also one who will play heavily in the midfield, but obviously he'll find himself floating through that forward line for Traralgon. So I expect either of those two, most likely Liam Wilton for me, for Traralgon. Ryan Sparks, he's coming off 5 goals from the midfield last week. So I think we already know how good a player he is. Expect Ryan Sparks to do something special today for his team, and he'll just barrel along all day and put them on their shoulders. And I reckon maybe in front of this nice little crowd on the deck here, he might do something special from this pocket right in front of us.
Absolutely. Paul, from your end?
We were talking about where to play Ty Hourigan. Well, one of the ins for Traralgon is Dan McKenna. That might be a cue as to Ty Hourigan possibly going back to centre half back where he plays such brilliant football, and McKenna is also a well-known key forward. So that may be the way Traralgon goes. Be interested to see where they line up. The ones we're following today: Connor Ambler, Louis D'Angelo, Jacko McMahon, Jordan Cunico off a wing, Chris Williams, the experience there, and Ty Hourigan. And for Wonthaggi, we're looking at Ryan Sparks, Josh Bates, Kai Patterson, Noah Anderson, Kyle Reid, and Isaac Chug.
Beautiful. As players are starting to get in position, let's quickly rip round and get some tips and margin. Addy, who wins and by how much?
I'm going to say Wonthaggi boys by 7 points.
Beautiful. Paul?
I reckon Traralgon by about 9.
Boxer?
Yeah, I'm going to stick with Addy as well. I'm going to go Wonthaggi. They just play good footy over at this ground too, so 17 points for me.
I'll go Wonthaggi. Timmy, I think they need to make a statement, but it'll be close, 12 points.
12 points, and I'll go with Traralgon by
1 point.
I'm going to go with 1.
Well, with
1 point.
So we're ready to go. Ball's gone up. The two big boys go at it. It's Wonthaggi got their hands on it first, but it's straight out to Jackson McMahon coming in off the wing. Heavy tackle in the midfield there, taken by Josh Schultz from Wonthaggi, but it's Wonthaggi that get the first clearance with a tumbling ball out towards the deck here at Traralgon. Who's going to gather it first? That's the big question. Strong tackle laid by Traralgon by the way of Connor Little. We're going to get a throw in right in front of the deck.
Sorry, Beast. We've got Ty Hourigan, like we spoke. We didn't know where he was going to start. He started forward this afternoon,
Anderson will take front position here for Traralgon in the ruck. He gets it down. Taking it there, though, with Sparks. He's wrapped up straight away by Louis D'Angelo. And we'll have a ball up, but just inside the 50-metre line here for Wonthaggi. As Stone and Anderson will go at it again. Give that one to Stone. Sparks, he's wrapped up straight away. Got the handball out, though. Cunico got it to Dunbar. He delivered the handball off to Cunico on the left boot. Clears the kick out to centre wing. Coming in there to try and take the mark. Wasn't able to. Was Traralgon wrapped up there with Squiddy Williams by Josh Schultz. And he'll look to reload back inside 50 if he can. Comes out wide here. Ends up in the hands there of Yarn. One of the young fellas that Tristan spoke to us about there for the power. Looking to go back. And it will, and it'll go back to Reid. Ty Hourigan starting there on the mark. Very slow play here from the power. Reid's going to look to bring the ball inboard, and he does. Goes inside 50. Remember, he's got front position, had the hand up though, couldn't see with the sun. Cunico, handball off to Halliburton, he's off. Running through the middle. Handball out wide. Ends up down there, going to the hands there of McMahon. Delivered back to Cunico, his kick over the top. Looking for Willerton, wasn't able to take it cleanly though. Gets back up like a little cat, got the handball out there. And the ball will be seen over the boundary line for a boundary throw in. We've just ticked over 2 minutes here in the first quarter. And nil score out the far side.
Sorry, Timmy. We saw it last week too with the umpires. Are really quick with the whistle when the tackle's been laid too. So they've started that way again. So hopefully they remain consistent with that call for the afternoon.
Absolutely. Came out to Stone, who got the handball coming through on the outer side wing. Scrubby little kick though, but Brown was able to stand in front. He got the handball out. Cunico again. Jordan was able to deliver it forward, and there's that man, Ty Hourigan. He's got one running into space, looking for and finding Halliburton inside 50 for their first time.
And see, we already see Halliburton's pace starting to worry Wonthaggi already. We've only been playing a few minutes. He's been in a lot of the play, but he's covering some ground. But just because of he's able to run, his speed with the ball, Hourigan knew where he was running to. He had two players in between to beat, and he done that very well. So now he just needs to finish.
Coming in, Halliburton, slight angle, and he's pushed it out to the left. Through for a minor score.
First score on the boards come at the 3-minute mark of the first quarter, and on the metric on home scoreboard, that is Traralgon's lead, 1 behind 1 point to no score.
I think this wind's going to play a little bit of havoc with people's players' minds today too, because he pushed the ball to the left and hoping that the wind would do the rest, but the wind died off as he kicked it.
So Reid brings the ball back in for Wonthaggi. He pushes it quite wide, right in front of the Puds bar, and finds Sparks. Oh, grubby little kick by Sparks. It's smothered by D'Angelo. That's really probably not really Ryan Sparks like that, Box.
No, we've seen a couple of kicks there. They've tried to drill through that. They've been grubbers, and they've each time Traralgon's been able to intercept.
The ball comes back in. It's a big fella from Traralgon in Anderson. Probably take the chocolates there, but he's good tackle by Sean. Had him wrapped up.
That's that call again, the quick call.
Goes around the back and finds Bates. Bates again pushes it wide. Finds Josh Schultz. Really hugging the boundary here, Wonthaggi. I suspect they will try to slow the play down and not let Traralgon get run. As Bates just pumps it straight down the line. Looking for Cooper McInnes. He's been marked by Tristan Wack. We'll get another throw in right in front of the new building here being developed at Traralgon Terry Hunter Oval. A little bit stagnant. Another throw in. That's a big fella from Traralgon again in Anderson. He gets first tap. Finds D'Angelo. D'Angelo tries to dart one in board, just short. Hourigan couldn't quite mop it up, but he goes again, Hourigan. Kicks it wide. Now they've got the run out wide on the far side of the ground through McMahon, who should just stroll inside 50. He has a shot. Is he online? He's not. Misses to the near side.
Taking Traralgon score to 2 behind 2 points on the metric on home scoreboard. Wonthaggi yet to score. We've played 5 minutes first quarter.
Bring the ball back into play, going out to the other side for Wonthaggi. They're going to come back in, and they're able to go outside there and hit up Patterson. Patterson on his right foot, take a ball just over halfway onto Wonthaggi's side, come back in board, looking forward but leading out there. Tom McMahon was able to wrap up, but he able to get through the tackle. Ending up kicking the ball deep inside 50. Connor Little takes the mark and has been paid there for Traralgon. They're going to switch the ball coming out to this side, ends up with Cade Marsh. He's got Whack on, and the switch is continuing on there if he wants to go to Marsh. He doesn't. The umpire tried to call him back there, and Yarn had to go back to the 9.
Bit of whack on, whack off there, Timmy.
It was too. And you actually took my joke there too.
Sorry, mate.
He's going to play on quick and looking for Tom McMahon, but couldn't find it. Coming back through, Wonthaggi go 1-2. Come back inside. Mitch Membry, though, is going to repel it there. He gives the handball off to Wack. Wack look for Anderson. From outside 50, going forward there is Jacob Thomas. And it's going to hit the boundary, the behind post, and we're going to have a boundary throw in.
One thing for Wonthaggi too, I think it'll be a talking point at quarter time already early, 6 minutes in their skill level. That's just their turnover. It's that second and third kick down the line, or second or third kick to the 45. It's just not coming off for Wonthaggi at the moment.
So if there any chance today, Wonthaggi, they are going to have to improve that as the ball comes back into play, and Wack gets a quick kick away. He's taken probably a little bit low in the nether region there, Box, but he's up. He's taking a deep breath. His opponent just says, sorry, mate, I did not mean to get you there. It's a little bit slow at the moment. Not a great deal of action as the two rucks do battle once again. D'Angelo, strong tackle. We know he'll just do that all day, D'Angelo. He's just an absolute brute in there. So Anderson for Traralgon gets first hands on the ball. Doesn't really gain much ground. We've got a repeat stoppage about 1.5 meters away from where we just had a stoppage.
Go again, Beast. See if you can get him going.
Let's see who can clear it. And it's a big fella, Sean for Wonthaggi. Tries to just dump it forward, but it only as far as Cunico. Slick hands through the back half by Traralgon. Back in the hands of D'Angelo. Tries to go in ball, but smothered well by Yan. And we're scrapping again on the bottom. And we're going to get another stoppage. And I think it's going to have to go to you, Timmy, to try and get this cleared.
Righto, let's see what we can get here. Anderson and Sean will go at it again. Sean came over the top looking for finding Sparks there, but he's going to be a well-marked man today, Box, I think, Ryan Sparks.
It might be interesting to see with Addy too, what's happening off the bench there too, Wade, once we get through this stoppage here.
Anderson, Sean got over the top, but it was to Ambler. Tate Marsh smothered by Sparks. He's going to pick it up on the banana on the right boots, and there it is.
Early contender, Timmy.
No, he's missed.
Oh,
through from one behind.
He went early again. Timmy, that's the story of your life, mate.
Wonthaggi's first scores come at the 8-minute mark of the first quarter on the metric on home scoreboard. 1 behind 1 point, trailing Traralgon. 2 behind 2 points.
Goes out to the far wing. The Maroons have moved it quickly and it ends up in the hands there of Hourigan. Hourigan looking to come in board. And he's able to spot up there in Willerton. He again looks on the 45. It's a dangerous looking kick though, as Reed's going to come in front and take the mark.
Good size, Reed.
Absolutely. In front of Lovers there. Reed, he goes out wide. Couldn't see who that was out there from Wonthaggi. Chips over the top, leading out there, but couldn't take the mark there, and that was Williams. The Maroons are quick to repel. D'Angelo goes out wide. Cade Marsh it is. He delivers down on the far wing. Out in front is Lopez, but it's out on the full, and Wonthaggi repel. Addie Howe down on the boundary.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Oh, we'll come back to Addie. She's getting some information down there for us.
She's at the canteen getting us a
I was going to say, can you just, I'll have a pie and sauce, please.
O'Connor for the power. He's going to come in board on the 45. It's able to take the, coming through and taking the mark there was Dawson with the headband, but Traralgon there in Cunico's got the handball, ends up coming back to Hourigan. He's just floating wherever he likes at the moment his tie. Goes out wide for Halliburton. Got the hand in there though, was Chug, did well. He's handballed it, looking for his teammate, but ended up handing it ball to himself. It was Tate Marsh who went to ground, got it there. Hourigan, he's going to come back in board. It is, and finds Jordan Cunico. Looks to play on quickly. Sizzling little ball in front of Lopez. Bends down, he's able to pick it up. He's not. Going to wrap it in there, hold it in, and the umpire's going to come in and say, holding the ball. And it's going to be a free kick to Wonthaggi Power. They've set the scene nice and early, have they, the men in green today.
So O'Connor through the half back. He looks to go wide again. Finds his big ruckman in Jasper Sean, who takes a hard one on the chest. And he does what good ruckmen do, and he gives it off as quickly as he possibly can. He goes even wider, finds Josh Schultz. So again, thankfully for us, they're playing on this side of the ground, which is lovely. So Schultz just pumps one long and high, and not really to anyone's advantage, especially his own teammates, and gathered there by Cunico and tackled by Sparks for Wonthaggi. Box.
Just a delivery by foot by both sides at the moment too. Just let themselves down. So heavy on the turnovers early in the game.
So we're going to get another ball up. Geez, they're tackling hard at each other.
Absolutely.
That's for sure.
Sparks and Cunico there. Anderson and Chon going to go at it most of the day. Anderson got the tap out there though. Schultz gave the little don't argue. Handballed back to Chon. He threw it straight onto the boot. Standing in the way there and going to repel it there is Huey Dunbar. Dunbar on the short 45. Comes back in and finds Squiddy Williams. He's going to switch the play. He's got Tom McMahon on in the middle of the ground. The Maroons is going to look to go by hand. He's going to get closed down if he's not careful. He comes about wide. And it's going to be Connor Little. He's gone back about 25 metres from where he marked it. Little to the outer side of the ground. Goes out there and finds out in the hands there of Cade Marsh. True centre wing, Terry Hunter oval. Goes for a bit of a run, does Marsh. Delivering the ball forward. It's a scrappy one. Chug was in front, got the handball over the top. But he's given it back to Marsh. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Wonthaggi are able to get their hands on it though and put it in front there of Cornels. He does. He swings back round onto his right. Smothered off the boot though. Wasn't able to get anything from that. As Patterson delivered the ball coming inside 50, one-on-one contest. Membry, but over the back there is Cooper McGuinness. If he picks the thing up, it's not good pressure there coming through there from Cunico. Jacob got the Ball there to another namesake in Jordan Cunico. He's going to keep the ball in front of him. Does well. Spins around on dime, comes back in, and a relieving kick there goes back into Dunbar.
So Dunbar for the Maroons goes inboard, and they have space here through Marsh. Marsh is centre. Looks to go a lot wider to a one-on-one. Maybe not the best option, but Leprez is there to mop up and throws it on the boot and goes inside 50, far side of the ground. Can't find McKenna, although not really to his advantage. But McKenna's done well for a big fella. He's down on his knees. Finds D'Angelo through hands. Williams by hands. Geez, a lot of tackling pressure there by Wonthaggi, as you'd expect. And nice work by Willetton on the left foot. Snap. Have we got a contender? We don't. It's Fergus O'Connor on the last line of defence for Wonthaggi to save the day.
Did well getting back there was O'Connor.
So he punches one out to the pocket to Reed. Standing the mark there is Hourigan, who's been everywhere today. I'd say he's got a licence to do what he wants today. Reed just puts it outside 50, long kick. Finds Schultz by hands. Patterson is there for Wonthaggi. He's tackled, lost the ball. Huey Dunbar, beautiful pickup and spin out of trouble. He goes inside 450, looking for McKenna, but outmarked again by Reed. Geez, Reed's had a big couple of minutes, boys. Very strong overhead. And he just goes wide again. Finds Sparks. Really nice mark there by Sparks.
Strong contested mark there by Sparks. Eddie Howe down on boundary. Plenty going on down there with interchanges.
There's heaps going on, boys. As the ball keeps coming up and down this wing here, interchanges are just happening really quick.
Really, thank you there to Eddie Howe as Williams. He's going to put the ball inside 50. One-on-one contest between Little, and he's going to be, free kick's going to go against him, and it's going to go to Jai Williams.
It's a lucky free kick there for Williams too. It was a good one-on-one, so the umpires are pretty prepared to just blow the whistle if they see an infringement at the moment. Conditions are pretty tough, but like Eddie said, the ball's playing up and down. It's a game of defences at the moment. Both defences are really on top at the moment. It's just, but the skill level of both sides is really letting them down. I don't know whether it's the conditions or they're just trying to play fast footy, and they're not executing the really good drop punts.
So Williams, he's going to kick from about 40 metres, slide angle, wind coming across his right shoulder. That should be outside right goal post. Let the wind bring it back, and it certainly does. Goal umpire doesn't move, and there's the first goal of the day.
There you go. Jay Williams continues to be another player that's kicked the goal in every game so far this season too, so he's been a great acquisition to the Wonthaggi Power as well. So again, it wasn't a lucky free kick either way. They got the free kick and they are able to finish off now.
First goal of the match has come just on the 15-minute mark of this first quarter. Metricon Home scoreboard has the Wonthaggi Power 117, leading by 5 points over Traralgon. The Maroons are 2 behind, 2 points.
Well, Carter, just pretty keen to see what the free kicks are so far in this first quarter.
All 4 have gone to Wonthaggi.
Well, 4-2 Wonthaggi as the ball is coming back to the middle. We're going to have Dan McKenna. It's a bit of a change in the rucks. We've got Dan McKenna going up against Jacob Thomas from the Power. McKenna wearing the number 14. Bit of a change from last year. McKenna gets down. Thomas, though, he roves it. Delivers the ball quickly by boot inside 50. Tap over the top there was by Williams. Was clever. Was Jackson Williams. Brown's going to get back there, though. Handball over the top. There's Jared Blair. Gives the handball out. Good team play there from the Power. And there's their second goal on the board through Jackson Williams. And
this is what happens when you push the ball forward quickly. You know, you put pressure on the clips of pressure to the defensive side as well. So Traralgon run to the pump once that ball come in, but the share of the ball by the Power was probably the key catalyst there and the reason why they've kicked that goal. A great back-to-back goal there for the Power.
And Jackson Williams' goal has taken the Wonthaggi team out to an 11-point lead on the Metricon Home scoreboard. Wonthaggi 2-1-13, leading Traralgon 2 behind, 2 points, 16 and a half minutes played.
Last thing you want to do is deep in your defensive pocket box is over the head trying to handball to no one when you've got that much pressure coming at you from the Wonthaggi team. That was Jared Blair who was amongst that pressure along with Blake Cornelius.
I was going to say earlier, I hadn't called Blair, I didn't think, for the whole game, but he was very instrumental in that piece as the ball comes back into the middle. And McKenna and Thomas will go at it again. Give that one to Thomas. No one's able to get it clean out of the moment, but it's Ambler. He puts his head over it, gives the ball to Jacko McMahon. Well smothered there. Ambler follows up. Handball comes out to Thomas. Scrappy inside. It's the Maroons, though, through McMahon, are going to dump kick it inside their forward 50. Out coming to it is Hourigan. He cleans up one, gets the handball away to Ambler on the boot, and the Maroons will respond quickly again there through Connor Ambler.
Very similar to the goal kick there by Wonthaggi too. They just shared the ball around then too, the Traralgon side as well. So they really needed to respond, and they did it very well. Hopefully we don't see as many turnovers as we have so far in this quarter. We've been playing 17 minutes and we've seen a lot of turnovers of the footy. So it's good to see we've got a score happening now from both sides.
Took 15 minutes to get the first goal on the board. We've had 3 in 3 minutes now, with Traralgon going to 1-2-8 on the Metricon home scoreboard. 5 points in arrears of Wonthaggi, who are 2-1-13.
Ball back in the middle again. As we said, it was a bit of a stalemate there for a while, and all of a sudden we've had 3 goals in 3 minutes. As McKenna goes up high, gets the tap down. Willerton, his arm was held by Sparks, and we're going to have another ball up in the centre of the ground as the wind comes straight through the construction site there. As McKenna gets the tap down, Willerton, he's looking to keep it in front of him. Couldn't dispossess, but he's going to get a free kick there. Was Sparks? No, umpire called play on. Not sure where that wasn't a free kick, but anyway, keeps going out. Nothing's happening. It's a scrap in there in the ball, and the umpire's Willerton. He threw that out. Nothing called there again. D'Angelo, he's going to throw it on the boot. Another scrappy kick. Chugs there. He's wrapped up straight away by Lopez, and we're going to have a ball up. Thought the Sparks nearly lost his head there, Boxer.
Well, it was right in front of us too. We had the clear view. The umpire was in the same position as us. I'm not sure what he didn't see.
Cunico tries to don't argue. Sparks grabbed the one arm, and the free kick's going to go to Wonthaggi, and they're going to pay the advantage, and they're quick to take it. McKenna, it's a 2-on-1 contest. Thomas Cornelius is there, and Little will see it over the boundary line.
Timmy, just going to go around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture in Gippsland. In the other Gippsland League game today, Warragul take on Maffra, and it's Warragul 1-4-10. They lead Maffra 1-2-8.
So the ball comes back into play right in front of the deck here at the Terry Hunter over, and it's won by McKenna. He gets the ball down to McMahon. That's Jackson. Off to Willerton. Short little kick. Won't be 15, but it is spoiled anyway over the line by Andrew McNeil for Wonthaggi. Done well to close the gap there, McNeil. Because Traralgon will probably have the numbers down the line. Anyway, not to be. 2 ruckmen just watch it sail over their head, and neither of them will look to go for it. So Schultz goes in. Goes nowhere. He just gives it back to Jacob Thomas, who puts one sky high. Tiziani has the ball for Wonthaggi, goes inside forward 50 with a bit of a grub kick, trying to look for Cooper McInnes. He's pushed off the ball there by Membry. And we're going to get a ball up about 25 out from Wonthaggi's goal.
Not sure if you saw it, Box, but Jared Blair, very, very cagey with Brown when that ball was in the air. Just had a hold of him. Experience counts for a lot.
Very much experience there too.
So McInnes and D'Angelo does the ruck work for Traralgon, and he tries to get the ball.
You got a stack column there for a hit out for D'Angelo there, Paul Carter.
I'll just keep it in mind.
And he's been chopped from that role. So the ruckman for Traralgon this time would be Anderson.
Smart play though. Obviously weren't in position to get a ruckman in there, so they at least had someone go up and contest it.
Well, he's not the smallest bloke out there, Louis. He's got a little bit of size about him. So the 2 rucks do battle again, and it's Anderson again for Traralgon, who had first hands on.
But he is taller than Timmy Sexton, so that's not a hard task. So
it's nothing to be proud of.
No, I know that.
And we're going to go for our 4th stoppage. It's Anderson again with the tap out. Finds his teammate in Little. Worked out well by hands. Finds Whack. Kicks outside 50. Look for Ambler. He's under pressure as soon as he gets near the football. And we're going to have another stoppage. I hope you're counting stoppage, Paul Carter.
Counting head outs, that's a pretty good guide.
Well, that'll do us.
Anderson will go up against Schoen. Anderson took front position, got the tap down, getting the handball out there. Coming through was Bates, but was McMahon that got the kick out. Well played by Lopez. He got the tap down. It ended up in the hands of Ambler, but he's just turned the ball over. And that man, Reed, I reckon, has got the job on Hourigan, Boxer, when he's forward.
He definitely has too. So he's actually been able to read it quite well, but that's only because of the decision-making being made by both sides now going inside their forward 50.
Reed goes forward. No one's able to take the mark. His quick hands comes out, ends up with the hands of Schultz there. Wrapped up straight away, and the tackle was Cornelius by Tommy McMahon. We'll have a ball up in front of what will be the new change rooms grandstand here at Terry Hunter Oval. Just about to tick over 22 minutes. Schoen got the tap down. Ambler looks to go quick hands. And then that was an interesting try of a kick there from Patterson. Nothing coming out there. The boys are going to see it over the boundary line right in front of the social deck.
So he's
away we go.
I'm trying to actually, he's thrown it down with his left hand to kick it right. Yeah.
Could you ever do that, Box?
Yeah, I could do anything.
I know you could. I know you could.
So, ball comes back into play. That's a big fella, Sean for Wonthaggi. Only as far as Cunico, that's Jordan. He just puts one, trying to hit a helicopter out of the sky, I reckon, with that ball. And as you'd expect, they all just crash into each other. And O'Connor comes one inside forward 50.
We're going to have a stop in play here.
Yep.
Absolutely.
He's broken a leg.
Yeah.
So
we're ankle. We're not going to.
It's not in the right position anyway.
No. It's not in the right position. We're going to have a stop in play here. That is for sure. They've called for the stretcher.
Oh, okay.
And both sides are going to meet in the middle. There for that, and it is the big fella there from Wonthaggi. I'm pretty sure they're in Jacob Thomas, is who has gone down. And
it doesn't look good, Timmy.
No, absolutely not. And both players straight away threw their hands up from both sides. They knew that it not good, and we can see what it was. And
they're on the phone
straight away. On the,
and it's just a matter of getting him comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, it's never great to see, but we are very lucky. A lot of sporting clubs and here that have the volunteers and our trainers who are very well set up for these occurrences. So it is shocking to see. But Box, let's give us while we're going to have just a little bit of a break in play here. Give us a little bit of a recap on what you've seen so far in the first quarter, first 20-odd minutes of this game.
Yeah, look, I think that just previous to the incident that's just occurred, that was probably the first mark inside 50 for Wonthaggi. Am I right, Paul Carter? There you go, thumbs up. So we haven't seen many marks inside 50 from either side. That was the first one then. That was because it was a quick kick in and he kicked it into space, and the foot skills were a lot better than what we've seen so far too. So both sides are just trying to play possession footy, and I think my concern with that is it's just the conditions, and then the thought process when it's a third or fourth kick to get it out into space or get it inside the 45 into the middle of the ground. It's that kick there that's letting both sides down. They're either trying to drill it and kick the absolute bejeebus out of the footy, and it's just not coming off. So we're seeing a lot of stop-start footy between both arcs. So both sides have sort of tried to play a bit of a high-tempo footy, possession footy, but it's not working at the moment too. So where we've seen it work is when they've had the overlap handball or they've had the connecting handball through, they've been able to actually release a player on the outside and get the ball inside 50 a lot quicker and a lot more effectively as well, Tim. So, Addy, we'll probably go down to you down there at ground level and just to give us a bit more of an update of what you've seen and what you know.
Yeah, boys, it's a straight snap straight through probably his femur down there, boys. It's not good at all. It's poking straight out. It's looking straight at me as he comes off there. But I'll give you an update on the weather. The wind has started to die down a little bit. When it does pick up now, it is favouring the Wonthaggi end. But, yeah, it's not looking good for the Port Power boys there, boys.
Nah, thanks, Addy. Appreciate that, and Addy will do our best to update us as the day goes on. Boxer, you got around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. You celebrate Australian Made Month with great deals across their exclusive collection of furniture. Upstyle, relax, or entertain. Proudly supporting Australian Made with some scores around the ground in the Gippsland League and some other leagues as we're waiting for the play to continue.
I do, Timmy. In the other game in the Gippsland League, Maffra have taken a lead there over Warragul. It's 2-3-15 Maffra to Warragul 1-4-10. And in the AFL, we are now deep into it's the start of the fourth quarter, and it's the Giants head by 8 points, 69-77.
Time back on, and Wonthaggi are going to come in from 45 is Williams, and it's going to sneak on in for a goal there for Jackson Williams, and going to be his second for the day.
That's a great goal then too as well, and he actually he judged the wind a lot better than what the other players have so far this quarter as well, and because it's just unpredictable, the wind will drop off and then it'll pick up. So when it's pushing across the ground, we want it to go right to left, and he actually did that perfectly too, gave it enough air to do that. So a good finish there for the Power.
And the Williams goal coming at the 26-minute mark of the first quarter takes Wonthaggi to 3-1-19 on the Metricon home scoreboard. They have a 11-point lead over Traralgon, who are 1-2-8.
So we're back in the middle, and it's Sean and Anderson for Traralgon, who gets the ball off to Ambler. He just kicks one along the ground out wide. Can't find a teammate, but Wonthaggi got numbers, and they're going to come back through the centre of the ground through hands. Can they pull it off? They can. It's a
pick-up.
beautiful
Yarn.
pick-up by Yarn. He goes inside 4 to 50. A little bit of a grub kick towards McInnes. Can't find him. Patterson's there for Wonthaggi. Handball and a snap around the corner. Can't make it work, Tiziani. And it's a minor.
12-point lead to Wonthaggi. They are 3-2-20 to Traralgon 1-2-8.
Wack brings the ball back in quickly to Cunico. Get the handball out to Tom McMahon. He's going out wide to Marsh. Gives it to Brown. He's by hands. Across to Hourigan, who was good enough to pick it up. And then go back to Cade Marsh. Down on that far wing, he goes long, looking for Halliburton. Got the hands in there, though, was Moresco. And we'll go over for boundary throwing.
I think you did touch on it, Timmy. We do just send our wishes out to that Wonthaggi player. That's a nasty injury, and it's a, you know, we come out on a Saturday and play footy as a bit of a pastime, and no doubt he's got a work life as well outside of here. So we wish him all the best in his recovery, and hopefully he can get back out there.
Absolutely, as Anderson gets it down to Jordan Cunico. Tried to deliver the ball inside 50, couldn't. It was Sparks on the handball. Ends up with the hands of D'Angelo. Now umpire's going to come in and we're going to have a ball up.
It was a bit of build up there by Traralgon too. They just used their hands a lot better and a lot cleaner, but what they did, they released the runner. So they were able to gain ground by just using the handball.
Anderson down to Cunico, who's had plenty of it here in this first quarter. It's going to be a free kick to McKenna. Holding, didn't have the ball.
I said, what's in me water? God, might be vodka.
Maybe you need to put water in it.
Jeepers.
So McKenna is going to be kicking from just on 50, I reckon.
Jordan Cunico's had 13 disposals and 6 clearances this quarter.
He's reading off both ruckmen very, very well. So McKenna is going to come in from 50, puts it on the boot. Goal umpire is moving to his left, and it's going to be through for a minor score.
The Wonthaggi lead back to 11 points on the Metricon home scoreboard. The Power are 3-2-20, Traralgon now 1-3-9.
So the big fella Reid for Wonthaggi has the ball, and he comes back in board, finds a teammate there in Ethan Dickerson, who's right in front of the scoreboard here at Terry Hunter Oval. He goes long down the line. He's not going to be able to find a teammate because they're outnumbered. Maroons have got numbers everywhere. It's D'Angelo. Out the back to Cade Marsh, who looks to go inside 4 to 50, and he can't find a teammate because it's picked off by Reeve Moresco, who looks to go quickly and finds Schultz. Again out wide towards this side of the ground, where we're calling from, that is. A little bit scrappy there inside the play. No one's really got their hands on the ball, but Kai Patterson just goes, you know what, I'll have a crack. He punches it forward, finds his ruckman in Sean. Sean doesn't go that far with the ball, though, so it's Marsh, who looks to switch the ball in a really shonky kick, but it's going to work. He's going to find his brother out there on the wing. He's heavily tackled there by his opponent from Wonthaggi.
Anderson did a great job there. They had the switch, but the kick wasn't that great coming from Cade Marsh to try and find his brother there in Tate.
Look, I'm not one for trying to fix people's pronunciations of stuff too, though, but the Maroons aren't marooned. All right.
What are they?
They're
Maroon.
Oh, well. What does it say on the flag? It's 00, isn't it?
The umpire's going to put it up again. Anderson, give it to Sean. That one, Williams wasn't able to get anything. Anderson got the tap out. No one's able to get it clear, but a kick comes from Bates. It looks to going to go and see over the boundary line. If Marsh is... No, he kept the ball in. Wanted to keep it alive. Gets a handball across there to Cunico again. Jordan, he gets the ball coming through there from was Marsh. Reid stands in the way. It's Chug looking for the 1-2. Sparks. Chug was saying to Sparks, just kick it forward. Well, he did kick it forward. Ended up though in the hands of Tate Marsh. And Tate Marsh wants to settle it down. We've ticked over just over 31 minutes here in the first quarter. And obviously due to the unfortunate injury there to Thomas. As Marsh, it's a scrubby looking kick going forward. Wasn't to the advantage of Lovison. We're going to have a ball up on true centre wing. Far side here, Terry Hunter Oval. The sun's just gone behind the cloud boxer and it's dropped about 3 degrees.
Yeah, I made a rookie mistake this morning making the decision to wear ankle socks today. I won't do that again. I'll give you the tip right now. So
Anderson, he gets a clear tap out from the boundary throw-in, looking for D'Angelo. He's put it in front of him, Halliburton. Oh, great play, D'Angelo. Get the handball across to Willerton. Halliburton can run, and he does, and loops a handball over the top to Lopez. He comes back in board on the left hand to McKenna. Handball's over the top to Lovison. He's going to run into the open goal, and there is a great team goal for the Maroons.
Yeah, sharing is caring, absolutely. Timmy, great call, mate, and Traralgon did that absolutely beautifully as well. So it was a good little build-up. They're actually starting to show some good signs of using the ball well. We haven't even seen any impact from Hourigan and players to that calibre at the moment too. So to be in the position they are right now, Traralgon. They've done well to get themselves back in this game.
Both Traralgon's goals have come from stoppages this quarter, and it's brought them back to within 5 points of Wonthaggi on the Metric on Home scoreboard. The Wonthaggi Power are 3-2-20, leading Traralgon 2-3-15. We played 32 minutes in this quarter.
And right on cue, as Lachino fixes my pronunciation, he stuffs it up himself. That's Sean. He gets up over the top of his opponent. And that's quarter time.
Absolutely, and what has been a thrilling first quarter for a number of reasons. The football sort of improved. We've had a couple of goals there. We had a bit of a run there from Wonthaggi. We were able to kick back-to-back goals, and we've had the unfortunate incident to Jacob Thomas there with the what appears to be a broken ankle or a fracture down there of the leg. We'll be back for the second quarter shortly. It's all thanks on Gippsland Live on TRFM. Thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Trade in your old appliance, working or not, and save on the new. Thank you. Ta.
Can you turn Addy?
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Time for the top 5 goals of round 6. Number 1, it's Ben Crocker again. He kicked 8 last week. He kicked 8 this week. He had 2 don't argues there and punishes with a beautiful snap. Can somebody stop him? I don't think so. Number 2, it's Tyron Rees from Barnsdale here. Beautiful handball receive at the edge of the pack. He turned calmly and just slotted it home. Number 3, an acrobatic effort here from Declan Kelty from Moe. He goes off the ground. Oh, beautiful work. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth here from Sale. Another beauty off the ground, this one on the run, and slots it home. And once again, we get another one off the ground. This time it's Byron Vickery from Barnsdale in the goal square. You beauty.
Yanar, 4-4-28 to Foster, 1-3-9. We've got another game being played next week, so it's a split round in the McGippy. MDU take on Fish Creek next Saturday. In the North Gippsland Football League, Glengarry 4 behinds to Hayfield 4-3-27. Woodside 5-7-37 to Gormandale 1 straight 6. TTU 6-4-40 to Yallourn North, just the 2 points.
Beautiful, thanks Boxer. All thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Start of the second quarter. It is Anderson that gets the tap down. Coming through there was Yarn. Got it on the boot there. Sparks picked it up, got the handball out. And coming through there trying to pick it up there again was Yarn, but it's going to be, that there is Jacob Cunico getting the handball out to Jordan, who got the handball out looking for Brown. Brown on the left boot looking for Lopez. Coming out of the back though is Willerton over the back, delivers a ball inside forward. McKenna's going to give the quick little tap along if he can. He just couldn't make it work. There's going to be the clearing kick's going to come there from McNeil. It's going to be repelled straight away as it's Hourigan who takes the mark just outside 50. Searching. He's called to play on. Delivers the ball inside 50 now. Contested mark in front. McKenna did well over the back. Coming off with a quick kick there, though, was Dickinson. And running back with the flight of ball into his back pocket was McNeil. McNeil deep in his back pocket. He's going to look for the switch, and it's on there, though, through Moresco. Moresco's got runners coming out this side of his kick's good. It's got to be good, and it's not. And it's going to be cut off by Squiddy Williams. Just hung in the air too long. Williams.
He should have a go here too, Timmy. He's probably 45 out. He's going to kick it from 50. But that wind, if he can just go right to left and give it a bit of air, I reckon the wind can do the rest for him.
Thinks he's got it in him. He's seen off a couple of leads. Williams from 50 grabs an extra metre, puts it on its way, and it's just going to hang out to the right for a minor score.
Wonthaggi leading by 4 points at the 1.5 minute mark of the second quarter. Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Wonthaggi 3-2-20. Traralgon are now 2-4-16.
So Chug for the Wonthaggi Power looks to come back into play, and he does with his left foot. Booms one out to the far side of the ground. Again kicks to a pack, and it not paid a mark. Umpire says play on, so it's Blair. Tries to get a quick handball over. Cannot do that, and we're going to get a free kick. I can't quite see who that is out there. Timmy, with your binoculars?
It's going to be Harry Dawson with the headband.
Harry Dawson. I'll remember that because he's the only one wearing a headband today. So Dawson just looks to go long down the line. Looks to the whack versus Jackson Williams contest. So maybe a change up in Whack's opposition player there, Box.
With Hourigan playing now forward still, with Reid, Whack's just got that responsible job that Hourigan we would have seen play more recently as well.
So Anderson gets first hands on the ball again. He's making light work at the moment. He seems to be getting his hands on everything, does the big fella. And they go again, Sean and Anderson again probably gets his hand to it, but the umpire has found another free kick.
Going to Ryan Sparks.
And he's going to go to Ryan Sparks. So Sparks has it centre wing on the far side of the ground at Terry Hunter Oval. Oh, it's smothered. Beautiful smother by Louis D'Angelo, and he follows up Louis, but he's pulled off the ball by Sparks, and it stacks on. The umpire's going to get a ball up. That was really good by Louis D'Angelo.
A little bit in it.
He's a bit of a live wire. He was really moving around on that mark, so he really made it difficult for Sparks.
So Sean gets up over Anderson and gets first use, but only as far as about a metre below him.
I'm having a bit of a giggle here too. I'm just looking down here. Dan McKenna, his matchup this afternoon from Wonthaggi is Moresco. There's about 1.5 foot difference in height too. So if the ball comes in pretty quickly, it's going to be pretty tough for Moresco.
So Yan off the back of that stoppage just tries to barrel one as far as he could, but it's cut off by big Tristan Whack, who looks to just rebound, and he does do that. Straight back in the Yan direction. And it's going to go out of bounds.
Oh!
The boundary umpire's had a tumble. And hopefully he's up and about.
He's up and about.
All right.
He's all right. He's done well. He bounced up like a cat, like you, Boxer.
Something to giggle about anyway.
Should have seen him trying to get out of bed this morning. That's not a cat.
So he's recovered, and he throws it in.
Absolutely. Anderson and Sean. Sean from over the back got the tap down. Cunico, Jordan was taken without the ball. Sorry, Jacob's going to be there, and Jacob's going to have that one, the free kick there. Look to reload again. She's going to dump the ball inside 50. 2-on-2 contest coming over the back was Willerton. He's going to pay the advantage. He's going to get the handball over the top. He's going to Reuters is going to handball over the top. And here's McKenna in the goal square by himself for another great Traralgon team goal.
And we've seen the goals come like similar for Traralgon each goal. It's done with the overlap handball, and they've just found ground that way as well too. So again, McKenna was in that play too, and he was one of the catalysts for their second goal of the afternoon too, with the chain of handballs too. So some worrying signs here for Power as well, because they've allowed this to happen. And we normally see Wonthaggi as a very good tackling side as well. So the movement by Traralgon is really starting to worry the Power.
And Traralgon take the lead at the 5-minute mark of the second quarter. And the Murray Racing Club scoreboard reads Traralgon 3-4-22, leading Wonthaggi at 3-2-20.
So the ball back in the centre and it goes up again, and it's Anderson again over Sean, who just taps it forward, only as far as his teammate in Cade Reuters. He keeps fighting Reuters, he's still going. He looks to try and lay a tackle, but he can't. And it's Josh Bates who's going to head off out of that stoppage. And beautiful pickup at about half forward by his teammate in Cornelius, who looks to go inside 50 for McInnes. Can't find him. He's defended well, Traralgon, particularly Mitch Membry, as Wack looks to clear out of his defensive 50, but only as far as the big ruckman in Sean for Wonthaggi.
He's a nice player, Sean. He's got a nice athletic build as well.
As he comes round the back. Oh, that was a disaster bit of play for Wonthaggi. He went round the back to Josh Bates. Didn't know he had someone following him, and it was Ty Hourigan, I think. It was Ty.
Certainly was.
So Ty just kicks the ball out wide. It's going to be Sammy Halliburton on the end of this one. Willerton looks to have a little bit of space. But as you'd expect, Wonthaggi there in numbers, and they're tackled hard. And ooh, Chug just drives Con Ambler into the ground. He's holding his head. Maybe a dangerous tackle box.
Yeah, I think that was just definitely questionable. I think he was lucky not to get the free kick then too, Ambler.
So in the AFL it would have happened. Sean got over the top there and ends up with Sparks. He's wrapped up by 1, 2, 3 Traralgon players. Nothing's going to come from that, and the umpire's going to come back in and we'll have another ball up. 6.5 minutes gone here, second quarter, Terry Hunter Oval. It's the Maroons leading by 2 points. Anderson and Sean, give that one to Sean. But D'Angelo's going to rip it away. He's going to come in board, looking for Cunico. He's going to get a free kick. There is Jacob for an arm chop against Dawson. Tom McMahon's telling him to get the ball in there. And he does on the left boot, delivers it inside 50, looking for Halliburton out on the lead all by himself. Great kick there by Jacob Cunico.
Very well weighted kick.
Absolutely. Halliburton just had that extra step, didn't he, Box?
What he did though too, Halliburton, because of his pace, he just is it Fergus O'Connor that's on him at the moment too. So
yep.
He sort of made him misread it really, and the kick was just absolutely perfect.
In front of the social clubs, Halliburton from 40 metres out, put it on its way. It's working its way back and straight through the middle for Halliburton.
I'm going to give Halliburton the first contender for the afternoon for the Zambrero goal of the day, especially for the pocket that he's kicked it in as well. Tight angle, tough conditions with the wind, and he really punched through the ball too. So it was a great goal. Even though we might see better, that's definitely my contender so far for the afternoon.
Traralgon's lead now out to 8 points at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter. On the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, we have the Maroons at 4-4-28, leading Wonthaggi, who are still on their quarter-time score of 3-2-20.
I reckon the worry for Wonthaggi now is they've only got Sean left as their true tall. You know, losing Thomas with that injury, he's going to have to carry a lot of the weight this afternoon now, Sean.
He definitely is, and he's there again, and he gets up over McKenna, who's not the number one ruckman for Traralgon, but I think Anderson's just having a bit of a spell. So they're going to win a free kick here, Wonthaggi, right in the centre of the ground, right in that bit of clay. And it's Kai Patterson who looks to go forward. Looks for his teammate again in McInnes, who just drops the mark, but he keeps the ball tapping in front of him. And we're going to get another stoppage.
Defenders have done a pretty good job this afternoon too. So McGinn's with Mitch Membry. He gets the big jobs now, Membry, and he's done a great job so far this afternoon.
He does. He definitely holds his own, does Membry. So the ball gets thrown back up and it's tapped out by Anderson. But Traralgon have taken possession and they're on the far side of the ground. But Chug for Wonthaggi is getting his knees dirty. Box, he's in there and he's tackled hard into the ground. That might be a bit of payback from his last tackle.
Yeah, there's a bit more of that coming too, I reckon. But the other one's Kyle Reid for me on Hourigan. So the two defenders for me, Reid and Membry for Traralgon, have been outstanding so far this afternoon.
So the ball gets kicked forward by Traralgon. Really just a no-look kick, but it's Chug who intercepts and he wheels around on that left foot. But not the best kick that Chug could put out. Doesn't matter though, because it's Patterson. Centre, wing, far side of the ground. And the umpire is going to find a free kick, and it's probably going to go to Jackson McMahon, who looks to push and shove, and they're going to have tried to get the play going quickly and take the advantage, but the umpire said, no, bring it back.
I'm pretty sure I saw the umpire actually wave his arm to call the advantage as well, so there was a little bit of confusion then. I think it was the umpire off the ball called the ball back then too, because Traralgon were well away in that.
Absolutely they were, but it'll be Jacko McMahon from the half-back line for the Maroons, leading by 8 points. Just on 10 minutes here, and it's a touch ball off the boot. It's a scrubby-looking kick there as O'Connor comes out, gets the handball out there, ends up with Schultz going out wide, and it's going to be Tate Marsh that's first to the ball. He comes back inboard, finds his brother in Cade. Jacko McMahon on that far side on the right boot. He's going to put it out of bounds on the full. He is. And it's going to be a free kick to the Power.
This is where the Power's fallen down, though. They just can't get that next kick over the line. So they've fallen down around half forward, just through the pressure of Traralgon as well. So they've got to work the ball
Chug's wanting the switch, but Schultz is going to go down the line and bang it back to where it sort of came from. But it's Jared Blair who comes out and takes a strong mark in front of Brown. Blair looks to play on, tries to get around Brown, but Brown's wrapped him up in the tackle and he's going to get called for holding the ball. And the Maroons are going to be quick off there through Cunico. And kicked over the top to Willerton. He hasn't got anyone else inside his 50, so he's just got to wait. And it's Tom McMahon. He gets the handball over to Reuters. Reuters through to Willerton. Willerton over the top to Lovison. Take your pick. Lopez, Hourigan, goal Maroons.
Again, they've done it again, Timmy. Great call, mate. It was the overlap handball again. They just got Wonthaggi flat-footed. And it was again from the turnover from the middle of the ground then again. But it was just a chain of handballs. And if you could see what we could see back at home on wherever you're listening from, it was just an open 50. But all of a sudden, because of the work rate of Traralgon, they ran forward so hard. The overlap handball got Wonthaggi off the back foot. And it's another great finish by the Maroons.
And Traralgon now out to a match-high lead of 14 points on the Maui Racing Club scoreboard. 11 minutes played in the second quarter, and Traralgon at 5-4-34, leading Wonthaggi, who are still on their quarter-time score of 3-2-20.
I'm not sure how many handballs it was in the end. It was 5 or 6 or something like that, but it was just really well played. Cut up the Power.
So the Power got a little bit of work to do here as the ball goes back up inside the centre of the ground. The umpires have found a free kick, and I reckon that's not a fishing umpire's found that, but it's going to go to Louis D'Angelo, and he's just going to look to go quick. Just nice little stab passing, fine Hourigan. Jumps straight over Fergus O'Connor, and he's going to go back and have a shot. He's not going to pass from here. He'll kick from 50, use that wind. Box, give us some insight, mate, of a genuine star goal kicker you were. What's he got to do here?
Yeah, it's right to left again, but you've really got to push it right. That wind, you got to wait for that wind to die down, but while you do that, you might fall asleep. So here we go. And he's done exactly that.
Push that too far.
Yep.
Now a 15-point lead to Traralgon, 5-5-35 the Maroons. Wonthaggi 3-2-20. Maui Racing Club scoreboard, 12 and a half minutes played.
Traralgon dominating the inside 50s this quarter so far, Paul?
6-1, Box.
So, as we mentioned, Wonthaggi with a bit of work to do on their defensive end. This is unlike a Wonthaggi team who are normally very good with their defence. Anyway, they're back in play through Ethan Dickerson. It's marked on the far side of the ground by Wonthaggi, just outside the 50. And it's Sparks. So Sparks just looks to go long down the line again, but once again intercepted by Whack. And they're going to rebound and slingshot as quick as they can through Halliburton. Off by hands to D'Angelo. Looks for a clean ball inside 50 to McKenna. Can't quite take the mark. It's going to be picked up by Dickerson again from Wonthaggi. And he's going to get a free kick for tripping. He's going to get a free kick. Must have just clipped his ankles.
Like that, but he's probably better off going to buy a Tatslano ticket for tonight, because that was the luckiest thing I've seen happen.
So Dickerson for the Power. Just strolls on outside. Pumps one outside 50, and it's got out the back. Short little kick to the advantage. Strongly attacked by the coach in Blair.
That midfield pressure's really starting to hurt Wonthaggi at the moment, so they can't really get out of their defensive 50, even though they're still out just outside the 50. They're still in the danger zone at the moment.
Well, it's to continue kick down the line, Box, too. Every time they get the ball in their half-back line, all they do is look to go straight down the line, and every time it's getting intercept marked by the half-backs for Traralgon.
Well, it is a big moment, isn't it, now? We're ticked over 14 minutes here in the second quarter. A big moment for the Morwell Bowling Club. Dine under the dome at the Morwell Bowling Club. Grab a $25 pot and palmer every Saturday night.
As D'Angelo out of that stoppage, goes inside 50 once again. for the Traralgon side, and it's going to be Ambler who gets a grubby little kick, goes sideways, finds his teammate there in Reuters. Reuters gets a handball off, and there's another strong tackle, nearly in the back. Strong tackle laid there by Jackson Williams, who is the only goal scorer for Wonthaggi today with his 3.
2 to him, 1 to Joy.
Sorry, Paul, my mistake. So the ball goes up and it's Sean for Wonthaggi who gets hands on, and it's going to be D'Angelo. Tackled strongly by Sparks, but he's good enough to get a hand away, but only as far as Yan. And Yan once again just kicks it up in the air and it goes nowhere and finds Marsh in the centre of the ground. He handballs off to his teammate running through there in Connor Little, who puts one forward, deep inside forward. Oh, it's Loverson, snap around the body. Just missed to the near side, Paul Carter.
All the scoring is Traralgon's way this quarter. They're now 16 points ahead on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, 5-6-36 to Wonthaggi 3-2-20.
Addy Howe down on the boundary is plenty of confusion out down there on the power bench, or they calm enough at the moment?
They're calm enough, boys, but I think I'd be pretty frustrated if I was a coach seeing the same goals happen over and over again with that chain handball, but they're actually pretty composed as of now.
Beautiful. And that's right, it is, but it's Patterson who's got it out there. Now, this is where they need to look to do something different, but I think they're going to go down the line again, which they are. Kicks it straight through. Sean got over the top of Anderson. Got the handball out there, was Blair, clever. Kick goes forward. Menbury's going to be first back there, though. Oh, he couldn't quite take it. Handball came up, though, was intercepted by Tom McMahon. That handball was from Jai Williams. Comes out wide, and it's Hourigan who's going to look to come in board. He does with the handball. Just got numbers there at the moment, the power. Sean did well, picked it up. Got the handball, 1-2, comes back in, throws it on the boot. Scrubby kick inside forward, nothing coming from it there. Ambler's going to be first to it. He wasn't able to keep it in front of him. It's Patterson that's going to be wrapped up in a tackle. Comes back out, Little. He goes out to Tate Marsh. He comes inboard looking for Dunbar, wasn't able to find him. Put his heading over the ball there was Anderson. Handball comes out, nothing much happening coming out of that package of play. Wrapped up in a tackle straight away there. The great tackle there was Ambler.
Boys, Traralgon take 8 marks this quarter, but 5 of them have been intercepts. There's a bit of a problem with Wonthaggi coming out of defence at the moment.
Absolutely there is.
Well, I'm sure with the non-worried people on the bench down there for Wonthaggi, they trust the system that the coaching staff have tried to develop here for the side, but it's very obvious what they're doing. They've got nothing other than going down the line. They're not taking any risk, and they're not getting any reward at all due to not taking any risk box.
Free kick for the Maroons. Marsh going to deliver the ball inside 50. Over the back, Hourigan. Reid did well, got the fist in front. And we'll see it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Inside the Maroons, currently leading by 16 points.
Just their forward line's non-existent at the moment too, and take nothing away from Traralgon. Their defensive play this quarter has been outstanding, so they've been able to link up through their half-backs.
Anderson clever over the back to D'Angelo, kicks a ball, little chip kick, and McMahon unmarked in front of Chug there.
Too much space there for McMahon. He just had too much time then as well, and Chug was probably a few metres behind him, so the awareness wasn't there, or just the fact that he had to man up when it's in a dangerous position. It's one of those things that's let Wonthaggi down.
Well, as a defensive unit, it would just be unacceptable to have a player unmarked out of a stoppage and take an uncontested mark, wouldn't it?
Yep.
McMahon crosses a 50, comes in, he's going to put it on the boot from about 40. It's a good bit of run in, puts it on its way. It's hooking left, and it's not going to score at all. That breeze got it, and it's out of bounds on the full.
They need to take advantage of the stand on the mark rule as well, because you can't move. So with this wind, you're better off arcing and getting in as much power as you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because the wind is playing a major factor. The last couple of misses is because of the wind.
Does that affect accuracy, Box, running outways and then having to compensate?
I wouldn't have thought, though, only because of the wind the way it is. So, if it was a still day, then yes, definitely. But with the wind the way it is, you've just got to take advantage of it.
Yep.
O'Connor's going to bring the ball back in. They're going to stay on that far outside, but it's a bullet-like kick, but it wasn't able to come up with anyone. Ball's going to be wrapped up, and we're going to have a ball up. And I know I've said it a couple of times we've been calling. You keep going and go do the same thing. Eventually, at some stage, you just got to try something different, because they haven't scored this quarter, and Traralgon have just had the pressure all the way in. Umpire's peeled a free kick out of there, and it's going to go to Sparks for the power throw. That's what he said, incorrect disposal. So Sparks is going to play on that outer side wing, looking for Guinness, but it was Membry that got the hand in there. coming through and getting the handball over the top there was Little. Anderson, he did the handball over the top there. Oh, Cunico clever to whack. Hurricane wasn't able to take the mark, but they've just been able to transition that ball box straight too easy out of
It's just their run and spread, isn't it? They're just spreading so much. Once their teammates got the ball, the Traralgon side, is they just spread and they just know where they want to go. So are they getting smashed on the outside at the moment, Wonthaggi, when we normally see Wonthaggi play that style of play themselves?
And you're just not going to be able to pull it off against a good top side like Traralgon, are you? So the ball comes back into play, and it's Wonthaggi get their hands on the ball, and it's through Dawson wearing the headband out there for the power. And it just goes out wide, and Schultz is crawling along like a baby on his knees.
I'll tell you what's better than Wonthaggi this afternoon, these snakes that Beast brought. Because right now, Wonthaggi are not that much chop at the minute.
Well, you enjoy them, Box. They're on special and they're out of date. So you keep chugging away, mate, at Sparks. Out of the stoppage, we're going to find another ball up. Geez, I'm getting sick of these ball ups, Paul. I can't count past 5 and Box can't count past 3. So I hope you are keeping track of those. As Sean from Wonthaggi gets up over his opponent in Anderson from Traralgon. But it doesn't give his on ball's first use because it's Traralgon again through Cunico. That's Jordan. He gets a handball forward. Little kick off the ground by Reuters. It might pay off. Maybe not. It's going to be gathered there by Williams for Wonthaggi, and he just dump kicks it again outside 50. And it's going to be Yan who just scrubber kicks one to absolutely nowhere because it's Connor Little who's going to grab the ball. Whack through Ambler. Through Louis D'Angelo. It's the same offenders for the Traralgon side. And he's lucky they had an outnumber there in the forward 50 against Leprez. So it's going to be Jackson Williams for the power. And again, he's going to go wide. Who does he find? He's going to find Sparks. Sparks comes inboard. Finds a teammate in Tiziani. Tiziani just goes out wide again and finds Dawson. So they're going to hold it up again. So this will give time for Traralgon to just get back with numbers and have another intercept. And here's Tristan Wack right on cue. Again, that dump kick down the line. That hasn't come off all day. I'm not sure why they continued to do this.
Box around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. You got any AFL scores there for us?
I have it. I'll go Gippsland League first because I've got that screen open. And it's Maffra's got a 3-point lead over Warrigal 6-3-39 to Warrigal 5-6-36.
Beautiful. Ball's just gone over the boundary line just outside Traralgon's 50. If you can get your other screen up and let us know if the final score in the AFL game.
Yeah, we've got a winner down there at Marvel Stadium's full time. It was the Giants 17-8-110. They defeated the Blues 12-10-82.
Beautiful. Anderson got the tap down, but wrapped up straight away. In the tackle there was Cunico. Jordan. Give that one to Sean. Quick kick comes into the Traralgon forward 50. Play on, said the umpire. O'Connor, just a little chip kick. Cunico, left-hand handball, looking for D'Angelo. He's thrown got a hand over the shoulder, so he's going to get a free kick. It's a bit slow to get up.
Free kick was probably there, Timmy.
Yeah, just holding the shoulder.
Can't believe how predictable Wonthaggi are at the moment. They've just defended on that far side the whole quarter, and they've been just getting picked off each time. Well, I don't understand why we just don't attack the top side.
Oh, D'Angelo, I tell you, just clever, went around as if he was going to have a shot at goal, just lowered the eyes, and Jordan Cunico on a short little lead, just a little hit up.
And what gives Cunico this shot on goal is the movement by the Traralgon forward line. There were several leads. Ty Hurrigan led. Big fella Leprez was leading, but they just continued to create space.
Cunico going to come in from 30 out. Left-hand side, he swings around to his right, puts it out into the breeze, lets it come back. And there it is, pure class from Jordan Cunico. Puts another one through the big sticks.
That could be another contender as well. On the other side too, he had the wind in his face as well, Cunico, but you can see what class does every single time. He just kicked through the ball beautifully, and he gave it a little bit of air, but because he pushed it to the right, he let the wind do the rest of the work too. But we might go down to Addy after we get a score from Paul Carter. Louis D'Angelo has just come off, which looks like a left shoulder injury too, Paul.
22-point lead to Traralgon at the 24-minute mark of the second quarter. The Murray Racing Club scoreboard, Traralgon 6-6-42 have done all the scoring, 4 goals, 3 this quarter to Wonthaggi 3-2-20.
Well, we'll come to you in a minute, Addy. We'll just get through this bit of play. So stand by.
Yeah, it's against Wonthaggi. There's a free kick in the middle of the ground because Jared Blair was still in the middle of the ground.
All right, so that's not what Wonthaggi needs. So Traralgon looked to go forward again through McMahon. Oh, it's going to be marked Wonthaggi, and it's Maresco. So where's he going to go? Umpire's called play on, so he needs to go somewhere, and he just goes sideways and finds his teammate in Reed. And Reed just looks to pump one outside 50. It's going to be out on the full just about. The umpire has called it. So Traralgon are going to rebound and come back inside 50. Down to Addy Howe. What do you got for us, Addy?
There could be an injury concern with D'Angelo there. He's come straight off with that left shoulder and he's gone straight into the rooms.
Beautiful, thanks Addy. And the Power, they're going to swing it out to this side for one of the first times this quarter. And it's Chug, and he's got an overlap there if they're quick to go. It's going to be Dawson, get it in there. Kick over the top. It's not Dawson, it's Ransom. There's those two blondes with the headbands again that have got me. Maresco, he's going to go back. They're going to slow play again. Dickerson, Reed, they're going to look for the switch on, which is there again, this time if the kick's good, and it is. Finds in the hands of Jackson Williams. He can run. He's got Hourigan, he puts it on the boot, looks forward, got the overlap, a little bit of a floaty kick, but Blair's too good, gets the handball off. That one's is to Dawson. He delivers inside 50, 2-on-2 contest, whack from over the back. Anderson gets the handball out though, through to Dunbar. That was Willerton there. Jacob Cunico by hand. Ends up with Jordan Cunico by boot, and he's going to come out wide and end up with Dan McKenna. Just repelling it too easy. He goes over the top to McMahon. They're on here too. Ambler, he can run on. Chug's going to chase. Gives the quick kick. Delivered, dropped after he put it in there. Reed put his hands in his back, said no, play on was the umpire. So Reed, deep in his back pocket. It's going to come out wide. And it's going to end up with McNeil. Over the top, McNeil to Dickerson. Slow play again here from the Power. Dump it straight down the line. Who's there? Membry's going to take front position. Sean did well. Little's in front. He's going to play it well.
Ooh.
McGuinness shoves him over the boundary line. I'll have a boundary throw.
I can tell you something now, Tim. There'll be a lot of Wonthaggi forwards here that'll be statless this quarter because the ball's come inside 50, but the Traralgon defence has been outstanding so far.
Absolutely. Short throw in. Sean took front position, got the tap down. Willerton's going to be first to it. He's done well. Keeps it in front of him. Gets the handball over the top. Ambler going one way. Given by Bates was quick. Sparks. Sean again on the boot. Big right foot. Sends it forward. Everyone went up. But it was Membry who stayed down and just took the mark. Watched 4 fly and he just stayed down there. He's just going to slow the play down. He's going to come back inboard though. He's got Whack unmanned in the middle. Handballs are on here. McMahon through to Reuters. Reuters, who's in front of him? He puts it over the top looking for Lopez. Wasn't to his advantage, unfortunately, but the bounce didn't favour him. Lopez bent down to pick it up. He's wrapped up straight away. We're going to have a ball up. Fergus O'Connor has gone down.
Yeah, I think he's done. It's just the way that the motion might be a knee again.
Yeah, he's.
So I'm pretty sure.
Umpire's called for stop play for the moment.
Could be wrong. Could be an ankle too. We'll pick every joint we can.
Well, you're better than Scud. Scud went from elbow to ankle one time. So I mean, you're a little bit closer.
Does that surprise you though?
No, it doesn't. You're at least still in with your leg.
He's got that yellow highlighter's got more IQ than Daryl Cooling.
The umpires are waiting for the trainers to get in there.
Well, it's 31 minutes of match time since Wonthaggi have scored.
Yeah, Boxer just, I know we sort of touched on a little bit, but just continuing to go to that same side. They've at least come here, come our grandstand side or social room side the last couple of times down, but they're still just dump kicking it, whereas the Maroons seem to be able to get that 45 and good handball use.
They look like they've just lacked confidence. And it's just more about taking your chances, take your risks now, because I think taking this top side is probably one of the most positive things you want to do as a coach. If you really want to get yourself back into the game, why go defensive? Because you know you're going to get picked off every single time. This top side here, use your foot, use your feet, and use your... They're actually getting outdone right now by Traralgon by their pace. So Traralgon's pace is really worrying Wonthaggi.
Addy, just down on the boundary line, any movement with regards to Louis D'Angelo?
I haven't seen him come back yet, boys, but for Wonthaggi,
close.
It's really disappointing for them, boys. This looks like a left knee as well, so they're 2 down on the rotations, which is going to be disappointing.
I'm pretty sure Fergus has got a history with a knee as well. I think he was injured last year with a knee or the year before, so
he's only just come back in too today.
We hope that he's okay, and it's just...
He just came back in this week.
Yeah,
there you go. So we're hoping that it's nothing too serious for Fergus.
So play's been restarted, and it's going to be the big fella in Sean, who just skies one high, Can't find a teammate. Josh Bates done well, competed in air. As the ball just scrambles around at the top of the 50 on the far side. The Traralgon end of the ground.
It's a bit strange that the game started when Wonthaggi didn't have 18 players on the ground.
Yeah, it's a bit unlucky, and that is
Josh
Josh Schultz, who's trying his hardest to get to the far side of the ground to where the play is. So it's Hourigan for Traralgon, and he's beaten by the halftime siren.
Absolutely, he is in a quarter that was dominated by the Maroons. They went on and kicked 4 goals in that quarter to Wonthaggi, not even a single point. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM, thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland, where you trade in your old appliances, working or not, and save on the new.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Time for the top 5 goals of round 6. Number 1, it's Ben Crocker again. He kicked 8 last week. He kicked 8 this week. He had 2 don't argues there and punishes with a beautiful snap. Can somebody stop him? I don't think so. Number 2, it's Tyron Rees from Barnsdale here. Beautiful handball receive at the edge of the pack. He turned calmly and just slotted it home. Number 3, an acrobatic effort here from Declan Kelty from Moe. He goes off the ground. Oh, beautiful work. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth here from Sale. Another beauty off the ground, this one on the run, and slots it home. And once again, we get another one off the ground. This time it's Byron Vickery from Barnsdale in the goal square. You beauty!
Absolutely, win-win-win, and that's what the Maroons are currently doing at the moment. 22 points in front, 6-6-42 to 3-2-20 at half-time. We've just had the Gippsland, the half-time wrap, all thanks to Gippsland Mowers, and you are obviously listening to us on TRFM. This is Gippsland Live here at Terry Hunter Oval. Players are just come back out, warming up. We're just waiting for the umpires to get themselves back into position and look for an interesting second half. And we'll cross down to the ground shortly to speak to Addie Howe and see what she got out of the rooms from both the Wonthaggi Power and the Traralgon Maroons. Addie.
Yes, so I went into the Traralgon rooms. D'Angelo is all strapped up and he's good to go for this quarter. Troy Hamilton really praised their last quarter efforts and thought they did really, really well, which we can see on the scoreboard there. He wants them to keep outnumbering and they will embrace the hard work that they put in. With Wonthaggi, I have an update on Thomas. So he's off to hospital and I spoke to a trainer and it seems to be an ankle. And he's actually more upset that he's meant to be flying out on a holiday tomorrow.
Oh.
So poor thing, I don't know if he'll be able to do that anymore, but he wants them to really back themselves and focus on hitting a 1v non, what a 1v3, which we saw them that they really didn't do that, and he wants them to play dangerous and make sure they want to try and hit a switch. Which fancy that, we said that. So
there we go.
Praise to you, boys.
Absolutely. Thank you, Addie, and we'll come back down to you during the third quarter. It is part of where, I suppose when you say local footy, and as you touched on, Beast, everyone's got jobs and everything like that, and we come out on a Saturday and to have fun and enjoy the game that we do. And yeah, poor Tom. I don't think Jacob's going to be going on his holiday tomorrow morning.
I've got a funny feeling that he will not be able to fly. If he's flying, that is. I'm tipping he probably is if he's that upset.
How often does that happen, though? Like, if you've got something planned, I mean, it happens all the time, but I mean, if you've got something planned, something that comes up, and something that drastic,
I mean,
it's going to stop that happening now, isn't it?
If you're going on a holiday on a plane during the footy season, you probably would just go Saturday, wouldn't you?
Travel insurance.
You wouldn't do it.
Well, you with the week off, obviously next week for the split round. That's why they've done it. So
well done, Timmy.
Thank you. Just noticed when Wonthaggi came to the bench box, it looked like there was only two on the bench there. So I imagine that O'Connor is done for the day as well.
Yeah, full compliment to Traralgon for player-wise and Wonthaggi 2 down.
Here we go. Start of the third quarter. It's going to be Anderson who gets the tap down there against Schoen. Coming through there was Dawson, looking to get the handball over the top. He does. D'Angelo there with that strapped up shoulder to Ambler. To Tommy McMahon off the back line. Kicks it out wide, looking for Ty Hurrigan. He made some good space there. Wasn't able to bring it in though. And we'll have a boundary throw, and he's just throwing the head back too. Just the level of what he is. He closed about 15 metres, I reckon, there on that, and just wasn't able to drag it back in. So the Maroons, their attacking side of the wing, all comes back in. And it's Schoen who works Anderson under the ball, and the umpire's going to say illegally, and it'll be a free kick to Anderson for the Maroons. About 65 metres out, 2 kicks from goal. He's going to bring it inside. Anderson does a great job, puts it on the top there. Whack going back with it. Lopez got the handball down, coming through on the left boot, pushing it across the face of goal there for the Maroons, and we'll have a boundary throw in just around from Pud's bar, with the Maroons leading by 22 points. Ball comes back in. McKenna got the tap down there. Nothing able to come from it. Wrapped up in the tackle there. Looked like it being Jackson McMahon. Was, and we're going to have a ball up inside. McKenna goes at it, does well, uses body work. Williams throws it on the left boot. Goes straight up and down. Nothing comes from it. No one's able to take the mark. It's tapped. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. Again, inside the Maroons 50, right up against the behind post. They're peppering the goals here nice and early in this third quarter. McKenna again takes the front position. No one was able to get it. Cunico wraps it around over the left shoulder, but the breeze has taken it, and it's through for one behind.
First score of the quarter has come just on the 2-minute mark of this quarter on McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Traralgon 6-7-43, leading Wonthaggi 3-2-20.
So Schultz, Wonthaggi, goes short, finds Reid in the far pocket. This is a little bit better already from the pair. They've looked to come inboard instead of just dump kicking down the line. So Reid comes in and finds Dawson. Dawson goes out wide, a little bit short, a bit of a half volley, and he's wrapped up out there. Here's Leprez for Traralgon, lays a nice tackle. just to hold things up and just stop Wonthaggi in their tracks. So, far side of the ground, centre wing. Two big boys go at it, and it's Sean. Probably got the chocolates there, but only as far as Cunico. That's Jordan for Traralgon. Handball's over the top, finds D'Angelo, but looks like he's stepped out of bounds, the umpire says. So well called. Well called, given that the boundary lines are pretty hard to see here. So, back into play. It's Anderson for Traralgon. Gets first use. We're going to get a repeat throw in.
I think the line marker from Traralgon might have had a few beers on the deck because he didn't get out there to do it.
He did not.
A bit light.
He did not box. It's making it very hard to see these boundary lines.
We're going to have a third go at it as the ball goes over the boundary line again. I'll just say box it. They were done yesterday before
the rain
but
hit.
then the rain hit.
Oh, yeah, of course it did.
The rain hit.
Rain that didn't go past Maul.
Ball comes back in. Sean got the tap down and then follows it up himself, gets the handball. It's Dawson with the fend off against Halliburton, but his handball, he went the wrong way. Willerton dances around one. Chip little kick to Lopez in front of Chug. Takes a good contested mark. Lopez, he wants to get the ball moving. It's a little sizzler looking for Hourigan, couldn't find him. Schultz with the handball there, ends up coming out to Tiziani. His handball over the top to Chug on the left boot, down on the line. One-on-one contest, but coming back to help out there is Tom McMahon. Tristan Wack put the shepherd on. McMahon went right, then went left. Put Huey Dunbar under pressure, but it's Sparks with the turnover. He's going to kick it inside 50. No, able to take it there was McGuinness. Oh, but he did well. Came back onto the right boot, sends it forward, and it's through 4-1 behind.
22-point margin in favour of Traralgon at the 4-minute mark of the third quarter. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard at 6-7 to 3-3.
Quickly bring the ball in play as the Maroons. Marsh to D'Angelo, back to Marsh on the left boot. It's a scrubbly little kick, and Jackson McMahon wasn't able to keep it in play there.
Well, we're prepared to come this top side here, Traralgon. Straight away, as soon as that kick-in was done, he knew exactly where he wanted to go. So something that Wonthaggi really need to look at.
Absolutely. Short throw-in, but Sean read it well. Wasn't able to get it there, though. Coming off the handballs there was Bates. From the power, gets the handball out. Delivering inside 50, Wax in front. Looked to try and take the contested mark, couldn't get it. McMahon wraps him up. And the umpire's going to say, I'll have that there.
Yeah, the scary part about the Wonthaggi form, it's not great. They kick a goal here, they're back in the game.
Absolutely. It was Anderson that delivered that ball inside 52. Paul, my apologies. McGuinness tried to take it out, but D'Angelo was good. Got the handball out. Coming through, looking to pick it up there with a good hip and shoulder there against Bates.
They clashed heads.
Jared Blair wasn't happy with it. It was a good contest. It was a perfect contest, shoulder to shoulder.
Tell you what, the trainers are getting a fair workout this afternoon.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
One would think with a clash ahead like that and the amount of time he's taken to get up, they've really got to probably look at the concussion.
Gives it away quickly. Sparks put it in outside into the pocket and taking the strong mark there for the power will be Patterson.
Tough kicking in the pocket here as well. We've seen one goal get kicked from there as well as we see Bates come off the ground after that head clash as well. So another good news again now for the power. They're already down to 2 on the bench.
So Patterson from about 45 out. He's getting a little bit of advice from the Traralgon people on the social deck. Puts it on its way. It's coming back with a breeze and through for a great goal. Seen 2 great goals from this pocket box.
Absolutely, we do have. And this is the thing. And now it's a 16-point game. So, you know, if they can go back-to-back, and we saw them do that in the first quarter, you know, we've got game on and they haven't played good footy as well. So there's some good signs there for Wonthaggi if they just prepare to take their chances.
As you're right there, Box, 16-point the margin at the 6-minute mark of the third quarter. That margin in favour of Traralgon on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. Traralgon 6-7-43. Wonthaggi now moved to 4-3-27.
Jeez, it's getting cold though.
So we're back in the middle of the ground at Terry Hunter. As Sean and Anderson do battle again, and it's Sean. Gets the ball down to Patterson. Gets a clearance out of the stoppage. Goes inside forward 50. Bashed forward by Blair. So you can see what they're trying to do here, the power. Nearly a free kick. It is a free kick.
There it is, back to back.
It's going to be holding the man. It's going to be paid directly in front of goal. And it's going to go to Tiziani. As the
We've
local
got the
crowd,
crowd.
just yelling out to us.
A fan club and everything. This is great.
Love it. So he said it was a scrubby kick inside. It was a little bit to like that first quarter where they just got it out of the middle, got it inside, and put the defence under pressure, which they didn't do in that second quarter.
As ugly as it might look, it might be what the Power need to do to avoid the aerial prowess of Traralgon. As Tiziani comes in nice and steady, he kicks through the ball, and it's a goal. And he points to the deck and says, give me some advice on that one, will you, boys?
Yeah, I don't see the deck actually even react to that one either. I don't think he was close enough to even do that either. So, again, back-to-back goals here now for the Power. Really keen to see and talk to Addy after this centre bounce, perhaps to see how Bates has ended up after that head clash as well. So, yep, another one here, and it's definitely in reach for Wonthaggi.
Traralgon only 10 points ahead at the 8-minute mark of the third quarter on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. They're 6-7-43. Wonthaggi now 5-3-33.
Is there a breeze going this way that's a goal-kicking end? That seems to be the way in the last quarters. Anderson, though, he gets the tap out. It's Yarn who's wrapped up straight away. These white shorts are no longer white after getting dumped into the cricket wicket there. And away we go. We'll go again with Anderson and Sean. Anderson, good over the top there, coming from D'Angelo. Oh, Reuters, sorry, and it's going to be D'Angelo who's going to get the free kick, and now he's going to get a 50. Absolutely he is. He got dumped after it by Sparks. That was just silly. Didn't need to do it, and when they've got the momentum box, that's just the last thing that they needed to do, and now they're going to put D'Angelo about 15 metres in front, directly in front, and this one should be one for the Maroons.
Yeah, that had frustration written all over it from Sparks as well, so it's been a great contest between himself and D'Angelo. I reckon I'll probably even give the points to D'Angelo so far this game. I reckon that's why Sparks is a little bit disappointed in himself at the moment.
D'Angelo from 15 metres, puts it straight through the middle, and that's the first one for the quarter for the Maroons.
Yeah, the ones you're going to root towards the end of the game, depending on what the score looks like at the end of the game. But, you know, Sparks, just that little brain fade after all the hard work they've done this quarter, the Power.
Addy Howe down on boundary line.
We didn't think it could get any worse, boys, but it has. Bates has gone into the rooms after that head clash, so that is not looking good.
So a 16-point lead to Traralgon at the 9-minute mark of the third quarter, 7-7-49. The Maroons leading Wonthaggi 5-3-33. All on that on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
McKenna will go up against it here against Sean. McKenna got the tap down, wrapped up straight away, but free kick's been picked out. And that one there is going to go to Sparks.
It's one back for Sparks.
Absolutely. Comes out wide, but it's not the right kick, and cut off there by Jacob Cunico. Cunico on the left. He's got Little out wide if he wants him. Doesn't. He's going to dump it down longer and further looking for Hourigan's going to fly in from the side. He is. He goes, plays on straight away, delivers the ball inside 50. Used to the body there by Lopez, wasn't able to get it, but Chug takes on one, takes on two, throws it on the left boot. And outside looking for the coach there in Jared Blair. He isn't able to pick it up. Running through there looking for it was the big ruckman there in Sloane. He didn't have it by Cooper Brown. Umpire said play on. McKenna with the handball out towards Brown. He's going to dance around. He does. He dances around the ruckman on the left boot. Delivers it outside there and finds Marsh. Marsh out on the far wing here at Terry Hunter Oval. Just a little chip kick over the top to Willerton. Had enough time just to wipe his hands on his jumper before he took the mark. He goes over the top there, and taking the mark there is Jordan Cunico.
They really need to defend well here, Wonthaggi. They cannot afford on slow play like this for Traralgon to just chip forward and get a goal.
Oh, the boundary umpire's called it out of bounds on the full. There's going to be a free kick going to the Wonthaggi Power there. And Schultz, he comes back in board and finds Ransom. Ransom looks to play on quickly. He's going to come on the switch. Reuters has grabbed him up though. Got the handball away. Schultz is first to it, but he's hassled out of it in the end by Cunico, and he'll see the ball over the boundary line. We'll have a boundary throw in. Thoughts, Boxer, for the first 11.5 minutes of this quarter?
Well, Wonthaggi's, you know, they've done well enough to try and get themselves back into this game, but they've got a lot of work to do still, but there's some good signs.
Absolutely. Ball comes out, and it's Jackson McMahon who delivers the ball inside 50 for the Maroons. Chug's going to be first to it. He's sort of taken off the ball there by Loverson. He's wrapped up in a tackle by Halliburton. And the umpire will come in and have a ball up.
I was going to take that back if Traralgon kicked the goal in that play, but no, well done to Wonthaggi.
So ball tossed up, right true centre-half forward, Traralgon's end. McKenna wins that, and he's going to look to handball. He sold a lot of candy. He went this way, that way. Eventually got it off to Willerton. Willerton's left foot kick right to the top of the square, but it's marked by Maresco for Wonthaggi. And he looks to go quickly out wide. Finds a teammate in Ransom. Ransom just kicks it over his head a little bit. Well, he's got it there. I wasn't prepared to say what I was going to say, but Tiziani has it now, and he looks to go in board, and he doesn't find Spark. So Sparks has the ball right in front of the benches here at Terry Hunter, and that wind, you can hear in our effects mic, is just still howling. So Sparks kicks it to the man on the mark. It's good enough for the big ruckman to gather. It's Patterson for Wonthaggi in there. Jesus, Traralgon jumpers are just everywhere. The quick kick goes forward by Marsh. That's Cade, and it's going to be out of bounds.
They just did that quick play, Wonthaggi. They held it up too long then too, and allowed Traralgon to get numbers back. Then they had Sparks second thinking about where to kick, and he kicked off one step.
Yeah, off one step.
And it's cost him.
Yeah, he just didn't have really no penetration in his kick. So the ball get tossed in. It's going to be a little bit shallow, but the ruckmen are good enough to be there. It's a big fella for Wonthaggi. Gets his hands on it, but goes inside forward 50, and it's going to be a mark to Hourigan. Geez, he just marks everything, this bloke. Is he good enough to swing around on the snap box?
He just knows how to he just reads the play so well. So he got himself and worked hard to get the ball in, the player in front.
He's just on another level sometimes.
Tough kick from the pocket.
Very tough kick, but if anyone can, it's this bloke with the ball, Hourigan, as he walks in deep in the pocket. He's going for a set shot. Can he make it? No. Kicks to the near side.
Taking Traralgon to a 17-point lead. We've played 14 minutes of the third quarter. Traralgon are 7-8-50 on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, leading Wonthaggi 5-3-33.
I'll quickly go around the grounds while we try to retrieve that footy before it goes walkabout. In the other Gippsland League game, it is Maffra now. They've taken a 10-point lead over Warrigal. It's 8-5-53 to Warrigal 6-7-43.
Wow. So Maffra
coming back.
The young Maffra side have hit the front again, just flexing their muscle. But back here at Terry Hunter, it's Bates for Wonthaggi. Just strolls on outside of the box and kicks it long, gets plenty of distance on it, but once again intercepted by Little for Traralgon. Straight away comes inboard, finds Cunico. That's Jordan. So in the centre of the ground, he just goes long and looks for Halliburton. Can he get the fly? He can, Halliburton. Big jump, big fly over a big player in Reed. But Halliburton was up to the task.
He was committed to that. He was committed because Kyle Reid is a big unit, and he got the jump, and I think it's that pace that helps him get that little bit of elevation that he needs. That's a great mark.
Beautiful mark. Halliburton comes in. Can he be composed? Looks good off the boot, but that wind again, he's just going to push it and fade it to the left-hand side.
To an 18-point lead for Traralgon. They are 7-9-51, leading Wonthaggi 5-3-33. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, 15.5 played third quarter.
Kick comes in, and it was low to Chug, believed by Schultz, but he was good enough there from Chug. He got the handball out, ends up going back to Schultz with the 1-2. Schultz comes out wide. Isn't able to hit his mark. We're going to have a boundary throw in. Far side here, Terry Hunter Oval. 16 minutes gone, third quarter. It's the Maroons by 18 points. After the Power kicked the first two of this quarter to bring it back to within 10. It's the Maroons that have just taken back control again of this game. And the Power need to start getting the ball back in their hands to try and keep eating into this lead. Comes back in. Schoen got the tap down to McMahon. No one was able to get out of it. Coming out with a quick kick there, though, ended up being the Power. Dunbar got a hand in. He's going to give away a free kick. It's going to end up with Tiziani.
Chopping the arms then too, Timmy.
Quick chip kick over the top from Tiziani, ends up with Patterson. Patterson looks to play on quickly. He does on that right boot. It's a shocking kick. It's touched off the boot. Going to end up in the hands there, putting himself down low. There was Ambler. McMahon got the tap out. Whack. Handball over the top. D'Angelo clever. Halliburton, he's just going to throw it on the boot. He does. Loverson's got to make a contest, and he does here. Who's going to get back there first? Reed. It's like the Titanic turning there for a second, and he's going to get a free kick. Well, he didn't turn on a dime, did he?
Couldn't have called that any better to me.
Reed tried to go back in board. McMahon got the hand in there, and it's going to be a one-on-two contest, but it's going to be the Maroons are going to win out. Is it? No. Chug in the long sleeves on the left boot. Goes out wide and finds Jared Blair. Blair hasn't had enough of it, but he instructs his forward to lead out to the pocket. McGuinness, Membry's got a hold of him.
Ooh.
And he's going to be paid a free kick. He wanted to play on there, did McGuinness, didn't he?
I tell you what, I do love the move of Isaac Chug to the half-back. He's just got a beautiful left foot, so he's actually given him a lot of yardage off that half-back line as well. So really good setup there, and the kick was perfect as well.
Absolutely. So it's McGuinness, who hasn't hit the scoreboard, the goal column yet today. He's going to come in from about 30 metres out. Left-hand side pocket, right boot on its way, kept it low. It's going to come back and go through for a goal. Use the breeze well. That's a third one for the quarter for the Power.
And just 2 straight kicks the difference at the 18-minute mark of the third quarter. Traralgon leading on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard. They're 7-9-51. Wonthaggi now 6-3-39.
And I was nearly going to actually question their decision-making by foot, the Power. But in that set play then, their decision by foot was perfect too. So, and it was all set up by Chug as we watched Mitch Membry come off too. So we're keeping Addy busy down there on boundary at the boundary line there too. But looks like an ankle injury too to Membry, who I reckon's had the chocolates over McGuinness this afternoon. Wack's going to pick him up now.
So Sean Anderson do battle again, and it's Anderson over the top with a nice little flick. Looks for Cunico, can't find him, but it's Sparks for Wonthaggi, gets the centre clearance. Nearly a push in the back, I would have thought, but it's not paid. None the wiser, it's taken by Jared Blair, just out the back. Found himself in a beautiful spot. Now he's got the ability to kick this. Someone of Jared Blair's experience on the football field.
He hasn't had a heap of it today, but he's just popping up when he needs to at the moment. And they need him absolutely right now.
That's right, Timmy. It's players like this will just have key moments that can change a game. So in comes Blair. A few little shuffles of the feet. Beautiful looking kick off the boot. Umpire doesn't move. Straight over his head, and the Power hit back again. And they bring the margin back in, Paul Carter.
Just to 1 straight kick there, Beast. It's the 19-minute mark of the third quarter, and Traralgon 7-9-51. Lead at Wonthaggi, who are now 7-3-45. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Absolutely. Big moment there for the Moore Bowling Club. The bistro's back open 7 days a week. Addy Howe down on the boundary. Mitch Membry gone into the rooms, or is he just on the bench?
He's just on the bench, boys, but he's taken his boot off. It looks like they're going to strap him up. It looks like an ankle, and then we'll hopefully see him get back out there.
Beautiful. They're going to need him back out there as the 2 ruckmen go at it again. Sean got over the top there of Anderson. D'Angelo gave a quick one back to the ruckman, who's just thrown it on the boot there in Anderson, and goes out to Squiddy Williams. Look to come inboard, and then he's going to go out to deep towards the pocket. Lopez down low at his ankles. Umpire said he didn't quite get down there low enough, Dill. On the bounce. And we'll have a ball up.
It's a little bit unlucky here for you, Paul Carter. We can't even tell if it's an inside 50 or not from where we sit.
Oh, I've got no chance of down here.
We're just making them up. If it's in the light post, it's inside 50. The Power, they get the clearing kick though. Anderson, Cunico, Jacob got the handball over the top. No one's there for him though. Dawson for the Powers first there. Dunbar gives him a nice little shove and pushes him over the boundary line. Box, we expected it to be a great game. It was poor second quarter from the Power, but they've turned it around after half time and are definitely back in control.
Yeah, just to be within a kick now, and potentially could actually even tie the game up here as well. It's an incredible effort.
Sparks going to get a free kick for being legged by Anderson. Just the tackle just dropped down low.
I just feel that they need to get really a couple of goals ahead of Traralgon, because I do still feel that this is a scoring end of the game.
Sparks going to come in board and was looking for Anderson, but he got stuck in the mud. Halliburton, quick kick over the top. Reed came at it and went bang, I'm going to get through this. Jacko McMahon did well, wrapped him up in a tackle, and then Halliburton.
That was a great tackle there by Jacko McMahon too. He had a big tank to stop as well, and if he didn't, Reed was away. They had the open forward line as well, so it was great play there by McMahon.
Anderson goes up, gets the tap down. Coming through was D'Angelo, wasn't able to get his hands on it. Dawson, he gets the handball out there. That one comes out to Anderson. Anderson looked to go forward. In front was little, but great body work there by Jackson Williams to take the strong contested mark inside his 50. And he'll go back to try and equal it up here in the third quarter.
It's just really good use of the body as a forward in Williams there. Boxy, you know what you can get away with as a forward now. You can give a little nudge in the back without a full push, so he's used his hands quite well to his advantage.
Williams comes in from about 45 out, goal umpire moved and then straightened back up. He used that breeze to come back, and we are all tied up here at Terry Hunter Oval.
Yeah, that breeze did pick up and spot on too, Beast. It's just the way the ball came into the forward 50. He had the perfect sit. He was behind Little as well, so Little was always going to be under the pump, especially the way the ball was carrying with the wind too. So perfectly positioned. But what I liked about the Power is they've used the ball coming inside 50 well this quarter. They haven't actually given the ball up too much, and now using the ball effectively, just the efficiency is just a lot better.
Scores are level. 22.5 minutes played in the third quarter, and it's 8-3-51 Wonthaggi, 7-9-51 Traralgon. McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard.
Shone got the tap down, wasn't able to get anyone clear though. And we'll have a ball up back in the middle of the ground. It's a contrasting game style from the second quarter to the third quarter here from the Power. They've got back in front. Anderson give him that one with the little tap. Looking forward there was McNeil. He didn't get anything out of it and wrapped up in a tackle. And we'll have another ball up here. True centre ground here at Terry Hunter Oval. No ruckman were able to get their hand off it, but the umpire's going to pay a free kick and it's going to go to the Power. It is going to go to the Power. Not sure how you pick a free kick in ruck contests these days. It's like the same thing in the AFL. I think it's just a raffle. But Shone's going to deliver the ball inside 50. He does well. Little took the front position, wasn't able to take the mark. Handball off. Sparks on the left boot, pushes it in front. Cade Marsh took the front position and takes a strong contested mark. The umpire's paid the mark. So Marsh to go back around his right on the line. Wack wants them to switch the ball, but they're going to do the same thing the Power did in that second quarter and deliver straight outside. Lopez tried to take the mark, couldn't get it. No one's able to get their hands on that one. Wrapped up in some tackles there is Wilton, and we're going to have another ball up.
And if Tristan Wack could see what I could see, they had probably the switch would have been on because they had speed by foot and Halliburton as the next kick down the line, and I reckon I would have backed him to the hills. He would have been like Madame Maserati at Flemington Straight Box last week at Flemington.
Who's that?
Hey?
Maserati.
Madame Maserati, mate?
No. Don't know who you're talking about.
Nice little win, obviously. Gamble responsibly.
Ball comes back in. Apologise for the wind and the effects, Mikes, but it's having its moments. D'Angelo, handball over the top. It is there with Jordan Cunico. Gets it on the boot. Up forward, looking for Lopez. He wasn't able to take the mark, but he was good at ground level. Able to pick it up, get over the top to McKenna. McKenna's open, looks to come in from 30. He's pushed it across the face and no score, but first to it is going to be Halliburton. Can he get around Dawson? He does, throws it on the right boot. Through for a minor score.
Ooh. Yeah, they're letting them off, Traralgon. There's 3 misses in a row for them when it's got inside their 50. They've got to make better of those opportunities.
Takes them back to a 1-point lead, 7-10 to 8-3.
So Bates chiselling low ball and finds Reed right in front of the scoreboard here at Terry Hunter Oval. So they look to exit their D50 through Reed, just over the top of the head of his teammate in Patterson. Geez, he's put his hands up to the umpire, said, "Where's the free kick?" And I probably just about agree with that one. But wasn't paid, so we'll get a throw in right in front of the canteen. The 2 big boys go at it, and it's Sean for Wonthaggi. Goes, has a second effort, goes at it. Anderson comes steaming away from the pack, and a beautiful kick down the line and finds Jackson Williams. What do they do from here? They're going to look to go inside 50 once more, and they're outnumbered again, but McInnes has done well, really well to get boot to ball, and that's probably best case scenario for the Power. They were 3-on-1, they were outnumbered in their forward 50, and McInnes has somehow plucked one out of mid-air, and they'll get another throw in deep in their forward pocket.
Yeah, just there, no talk from the Maroons. Ball comes back in. Anderson took front position, got the tap down. Coming out of there, looking for it was Jared Blair. First to the ball's going to be Marsh. Clever, it does it. That's Tate, does a tap along to Cade. He throws it on the left boot. He's taken down afterwards by Dawson.
Unlucky.
Yeah, he only got to be half a step late, and they're going to pay it. Cunico looked for Ambler, but he's turned it over.
It was like Ambler was too quick for the kick.
Yeah.
Like he overrun it.
And Sean, he's going to come out wide in Cornelius.
I never had those problems in my day.
Sean is shining at the moment, Box. You like that?
I'll keep the jokes with me, mate. Right.
Cornelius comes down the line in front of the deck here at Traralgon. Wack does well. Membry did a really good job to keep Guinness out of it, and it's Wack who's going to take the kick there. Hourigan, who'd gone back, obviously, takes Blair on, gets around him, and then takes a bounce. Kicks over the top looking for Dunbar, but cut off there by Anderson. Takes the mark, looks to go back inside, runs from 48, puts it forward. Is he going to carry over the top? No, Mitchy Memory back there as the goalkeeper, last line of defence. Comes out wide. Marsh has got to go to it. Tiziani read it and hits a big fist into it and puts it out over the boundary line. 55 out from the Power goal, who are pressing. We've kicked over 27.5 minutes here in the third quarter. Anderson and McGuinness. McGuinness did well, worked him out under the ball. D'Angelo wraps him up straight away. And we're going to have a ball up.
You can see the blood flowing now with the Wonthaggi Power. They're actually starting to move around a little bit too, so they've lifted the tempo. They're starting to get to the contests, and they're really starting to throw the sword at Traralgon.
So it's definitely game on here at Terry Hunter between Traralgon and Wonthaggi, as Cunico just bursts out of the pack, very strong, off to Dunbar, who Dunbar just pumps one forward looking for his teammate in Laprez. Funny bounce. Neither players could read it, but Laprez has done the best out of the two. And he's wrapped up as soon as he's gathered it. The umpire says, give me the ball, I'll toss it up. About half forward flank, far side of the ground for Traralgon. See if they can't make something happen out of this stoppage box as the two rucks go up and do battle once again. And it was Sean who got it down, not to his advantage though. And Anderson in the end gets a quick kick out over his shoulder. Happens to find Blair. He's going to cop one over the shoulder. He's done really well to. It's probably a bit of craft there for Blair. Seen Louis D'Angelo also apply that craft today. So Blair comes in board. Finds a teammate in Cornelius. He's had a bit of the ball as of recent. He looks to just push one out wide, and he does. And he finds a teammate on the far side of the ground. A little bit too far out. So probably two more kicks. And he doesn't. He goes wide again and finds Schultz. So Schultz, they're further away from goal. They're just taking their time. And he comes back in board, finds a big ruckman in Sean. He decides, you know what, I'm going long. I'm going to try and get it in there, and he does. And he finds Hourigan.
Tell you, lucky Hourigan was there, because at the back was Jackson Williams. He was just waiting for it. Hourigan comes out wide. Isn't able to take the mark there, though, to Ambler. Ambler dump kick outside 50. Lopez is going to have to make a contest. And there it is, the three-quarter time siren. Well, at half-time, we weren't sure where this game was going to end up because the Maroons had it all in the second quarter. Well, it was the Power who reversed it. Well, we go into the three-quarter time break with the Maroons leading by 1 point. This is Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Trade in and save up to $200 on selected floor care and coffee machines.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home, thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Time for the top 5 goals of round 6. Number 1, it's Ben Crocker again. He kicked 8 last week. He kicked 8 this week. He had 2 don't argues there and punishes with a beautiful snap. Can somebody stop him? I don't think so. Number 2, it's Tyron Rees from Barnsdale here. Beautiful handball receive at the edge of the pack. He turned calmly and just slotted it home. number 3, an acrobatic effort here from Declan Kelty from Moe. He goes off the ground. Oh, beautiful work. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth here from Sale. Another beauty off the ground, this one on the run, and slots it home. And once again, we get another one off the ground. This time it's Byron Vickery from Bardsdale in the goal square. You beauty.
Down here at Terry Hunter Oval for the round 7 match, Alinta Energy Gippsland League, here between the Traralgon Maroons and the Wonthaggi Power. What was he thought at half-time? 22 points up with the Maroons, and the Power weren't playing to their best. Well, they showed it in that third quarter, kicking 5 goals to 1. But it's the Maroons who head into this third quarter leading by 1 point. Paul Carter, some key stats from that third quarter, please.
Wonthaggi gained the ascendancy on the inside 50s, 12-8 that quarter. They still trail, though, 32-27 Traralgon's way. The Power also won the clearances and centre clearances. The free kicks went their way 10-2 in that quarter. The marks, 22-17, went Wonthaggi's way as well. The ruckman, Tyler Anderson, has 28 hit-outs to three-quarter time. He's up against Jasper Shon for most of it, who has taken his tally to 34 hit-outs. Individually, Jordan Cunico, another 7 disposals. He's had 28 to three-quarter time. Louis D'Angelo, 24. 14 to Ty Horrigan, 15 to Connor Ambler, and 13 to Jackson McMahon. Ryan Sparks leading for Wonthaggi on 22 disposals, 8 that quarter. 5 extra to Isaac Chug, he's to 11, 14 to Kyle Reid, and 13 to Kai Patterson.
Absolutely. Thanks, Paul Carter. And our stats all thanks to, which will be our best on ground, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu Ute with the new Isuzu MUX SUV, available now at Gippsland Isuzu Ute LMCT 10285. Round the grounds, Boxer, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. Celebrate Australian Made Month with great deals across their exclusive collection of furniture.
I may have put down the wrong score here for my game, actually. I have. It's Mafra who's got a 9-point lead. I actually put it in the Warrigal section. But anyway, at least I'm aware to it. So Mafra, 9-5-59 to Warrigal 7-8-50. In the Mid-Gippsland Football League, Ballara 7-7-49, they trail Thorpedale 12-8-80. Moving north, 9-9-63 to Stony Creek 8-7-55. Tura 12-16-88, they lead more or less 7-3-45. Tarwin 10-7-67 in a close one against Newborough 11-4-40. Yanar 8-7-55 to Foster 9-11-65.
Boys, I've got an interesting stat here. Drawn games between these two teams. They've played, I think, 57 times and drawn 4 times. That's 1 in 14. The league average is 1 in 100.
So, to draw. Just before we get this quarter started, Addy Howe down on the bench. Quarter time messages, and how many players have they each got on the bench?
Wonthaggi has only got 2 players on the bench. With Traralgon, they've got their full 5 on the bench, so they're good to go. Wonthaggi, Bates came back from his head knock, so he's got he's split his chin. But I'll go back to you boys.
Beautiful. Here we go. Start of the last quarter. It's Anderson has shown that gets the tap down. Sparks looked to get it on the boot, but it was Ambler who put the smother on. Ball comes out of there, no one's clear. Chug with the big handball. Ambler goes again. He's taken without the ball from Sparks, and it's going to be a free kick that's going to go to the Maroons. The umpire worked out which way he was pointing, left or right.
We might have to do a head count. Traralgon's got an extra player.
Ambler delivers the ball inside 50. Hurrigan takes a contested mark.
There he is. There's an extra player.
he is too. Let's be brutally honest.
Yep.
If you could clone him, you'd want him. You'd want him 3 times, wouldn't you? Mid, back, and forward.
How about Paul Carter's stat? Well, just off the cuff. Just 1 in 14.
One in
100.
Just roll it in here. So it'll be Hourigan to kick from 50 to start the Maroons. Runs in, puts it on the boot. It's on its way, working its way back. Not enough. The wind's died and it's gone through for a minor score.
Traralgon lead by 2 points. We've played just 1 minute of the final quarter. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Traralgon 7-11-53, leading Wonthaggi 8-3-51.
Schultz into Dickerson. He's going to come this way to Reed. They got to switch on. They do if he's good enough. Reed's going to have to go long. He goes short, but he stuffed it up. Oh, coming through there was Dawson. Did well against Williams. Reed goes again. This one he was short again too. Marsh, he threw it on the boot, and it's going to go out of bounds on the full. And Reed for a third time is going to try and clear it. He's come inside. Play on, says the umpire. He goes long down the line. Connor Little takes the front position against Blair. Blair does well. Bounces out of the pack against Dunbar to Tiziani. Anderson, though, is going to try and wrap up Sparks. He can't. Tiziani. Williams throws it on the boot. Looking inside 50, McInnes. And Membry back out there, though. Anderson, he takes the left step. Runs in from 40. Puts it on its way. It's across the face. And it's going to go through for a minor score.
I can't believe it. Anderson had all the open goal then too. He's actually kicked it that poorly. He was actually nearly made up ground and got his own kick back. But yeah, he should have made more of that opportunity.
1 point the difference. Traralgon leading 53-52. 2 minute mark final quarter. A Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Addy Howe, just the quick messages from the coaches that at 3/4 time.
Yeah, Wonthaggi, they want to make sure that they keep taking their risks and stay brave when they do it, which we saw they took their chance and did a switch just before. Traralgon, they want to be first to the footy and take their chances when they've got it and not take the short kicks anymore. They want to go long.
Beautiful, thanks Addy.
In the meantime, Traralgon have kicked out through Cooper Brown. The kick long down the line was from Cunico, but that's intercepted by Chug for Wonthaggi. So Chug on the far side of the ground. Let's see what he does. That booming left foot of Chug, he just puts it straight back to where it came from. And can he find McInnes? He can. So probably first contested mark for Big McInnes today over Member, who's done a great job. And he goes down the line and goes inside forward 50 and finds Jackson Williams.
There's 2 key players for me that have got Wonthaggi back into this game. Well, probably 3, but Isaac Chug's one, and this is the other one. Jackson Williams has been incredible inside forward 50. He's contested marks as well. We've seen him play a defensive role too just earlier in this quarter already, and he finds himself inside 50 having a shot at goal.
So Jackson Williams goes in for his third, or his kick 3. He's going for his 4th. Looks good from here, but I'm a long way away. Hits the top of the square. They all scramble to try and get the ball, but it's Traralgon who are going to get it out through Cooper Brown. So he just puts the ball under his shoulder and tries to take off, and just a little chip kick over the top, only as far as Schultz, who's driven into the ground by Hourigan. As you can hear in the background, well done, Ty.
I'll tell you what's a long, long way away is the sun.
It definitely is. It is definitely dropped a few degrees. So the ball goes up, and it's a big fella, Sean, down to Sparks, smothered well by Tate Marsh. And we're going to get a repeat stoppage because Louis, not Jordan D'Angelo, it's Louis D'Angelo.
Just making up
strongly tackled there by Bates.
Good to see Bates back out on the ground. Anderson gets a tap down and he roves it himself to Marsh. Marsh pushes it over the top looking for Lopez. He's pushed off by Chug. He's pushed off by Chug. The Traralgon crowd enjoy it. Boxer doesn't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it.
And the umpire called holding, and I don't think he had a hold of anything apart from he outworked there, Lopez, didn't he, Box?
As much as I like to see a contested mark being taken by a forward, you got to give the defender his dues as well. He actually out-bustled Dill there in that contest, I felt.
Lopez from 45 comes in, puts it on its way. It's across the face. And ex-president and champion of the Traralgon Footy Club, Brian Quigley, wasn't happy with that kick.
Pull his head in.
And so it goes through for a minor score.
7-12-54 Traralgon, 2-point lead over Wonthaggi, 8-4-52. We've played 5 minutes of the last quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Hey, buddy, I'll give you $20 for your jacket.
Schultz comes in, he goes out wide and finds that man in Dickerson. And looking to play it down there, the breeze just seems to have dropped a little bit, Boxer.
It has a, it has a lot, to be honest.
Lot as it comes out. Nothing's clean at the moment, though. Throwing on the boot there for the Power was Williams. Running forward, looking for it as Anderson. If he can get it, he run with it. He throws it on the boot. One-on-one contest. McInnes didn't get a great bounce. Membry did well, tapped it in front of him. And he's going to be paid a free kick, not holding the ball. Did well, Membry, not to take it then. And the umpire's going to pay 50.
Yeah, they're just mouthing off a little bit then. I can see where the frustration come from too. We've seen two contests and 2 questionable free kicks so far.
So Membry, true centre wing. The Maroons out of side here at Terry Hunter Oval. He kicked that on the left, so which is not his normal boot. Mark from Jacko McMahon. He looks to centre it, and Dill Lopez on the lead. Great kick. I remember on the left, I reckon that's a right ankle that's the issue because he doesn't very often kick on that left foot like that. But Lopez.
And you wouldn't have thought, because I actually thought it was Cooper Brown. I was about to correct you.
He's had a set shot one. He comes around here, puts it on its way. Goal umpire moves just a little bit, but it's through the middle. And Quiggs is happier with that one, Boxer.
Yeah, it's okay. Quiggs can be. I think the key part of that was just the quick kick in there by Jacko McMahon. It was a perfectly weighted kick. 2 Wonthaggi defenders, though, that was he kicked in between. One was left flat-footed, that was Moresco. And then the smallest player there had the job on trying to compete with Dylan Lopez. But a great finish there by Dill. And a much-needed goal to give him a little bit of a buffer here for the Maroons.
An 8-point buffer, in fact, Box at the 7-minute mark of the final quarter. Traralgon 8-12-60 leading Wonthaggi 8-4-52. Harvey Norman, computer scoreboard.
So we've got game on, and we're back in the centre of the ground. And it's Dan McKenna doing the ruck duties for Traralgon. And he was the one who got that ball out of there for Traralgon. And we're going to get another stoppage just forward of the true centre.
It just makes me think about those little mistakes that were made. Anderson's kick in, hadn't shot a goal here, could come back to scare him.
Absolutely, Box. And Sean, he gets that ball out, finds Cunico, who's ran a long way backwards. And, geez, this could be really costly. I'm not sure why he went so far back.
Bounce it.
And it's ran on by Wonthaggi, and he snapped the goal around the corner. That's Blake Cornelius, and that could be our contender for the Zambrero goal of the day.
That's definitely a contender. Sorry to interrupt you while there. I was just a bit worried that the young fella wasn't going to bounce the ball, and I reckon he was pretty lucky not to get done for holding it going too far. So a great finish then too, and a great response too by the Power. It was a great goal then, and what a great finish at full pace.
Really good finish. I'm really unsure what Cunico, he kept backtracking, going towards the wrong end of the ground for Traralgon.
Margin back to 2 points, 8 minutes played final quarter. Traralgon 8-12-60 to 9-4-58. Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
McKenna going in the ruck up against Schoen. Give that to the young Schoen, but it was D'Angelo who read it well, gets it off the boot, and it's Schultz that's in front. He takes the contested mark inside the Maroons 50. Look to repel, he goes out wide. He does, and he's able to find there in the hands of Williams. That's Jai. Jai Williams will go down long. One-on-one contest, Wax in front, does well. He's wrapped up straight away though, was able to get the handball out to Cunico. Jordan gets it into D'Angelo. His kick over the top finds Hourigan. Hourigan's looking to come out wide to this side, and he does. He's got a runner in Tate Marsh. If it sits for him, it'll be good. Jared Blair did well. Got his hands in there to Reed. It was a great chase there by Jared Blair. Reed does well, and Cornelius outmarks Little. He's going to play on quickly. Puts the ball deep inside there, 50. And it's marked there by Jackson Williams. Great ball movement there by the Power Boxer.
You know, big moments in footy. There was a big moment then again, and this time it was led by the coach, Jared Blair. And what a contest. He made up so much ground. Who said you get a bit slower as you get a little bit older? He looked like he wound back the clock then too, and he's inspirational.
Williams from 35 puts it on its way. Looking to work across the face of goal. Through for a minor score.
Margin 1 point on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Wonthaggi now 9-5-59, trailing Traralgon 8-12-60.
Those flags have dropped, but that ball honestly still moved away a little bit with the breeze.
Absolutely.
From Williams. So the kick comes back in. There from Dunbar. Mark's going to come back in from Moresco. Moresco puts it to the top of the 50. Anderson got the handball in there. Yarn took the tackler on. Umpire will come in and we'll have a ball up.
Timmy, we've got a thriller down at Warrigal at the moment between Mafra and Warrigal, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture Gippsland. It is Mafra 9.862. They trail Warrigal 9.963.
Absolutely. That's a cracking down there, and we thought it would be too. Willerton, his little kick went nowhere. Sparks got the handball from Sloan, puts the ball inside 50. Whack got the hand in there to spoil the mark, did well. Comes back out there through Ransom. Handball comes out and it ends up with Bates. Bates puts a kick forward, and it's Mark uncontested there, and I reckon that's Williams.
It is Williams too, and it looks like, I reckon they've had about 4 or 5 marks inside 50 this quarter already, the Power, Paul?
3.
Oh, it's close.
It's close. Williams.
But they've all just been the last few minutes.
Williams, you'll be getting plenty of feedback there from Puds Bar. He comes in on the right boot, puts it on its way. Goal umpire doesn't move. What a great kick.
What a
Williams from the pocket. That puts the Power in front.
Tell you what, that could also be a contender because that is a tough kick.
I reckon that is actually in the lead, in my opinion. That could be definitely in the lead. He's had a great game, 4 goals as well for Williams. So when he's been needed, he's really stood up as well. So again, we've got a bit of a seesaw in battle here.
And it's about 64 minutes by my calculation since Wonthaggi had the lead, 5-minute mark of the second quarter. But they are back in the lead by 5 points at the 11-minute mark of the final quarter. They are 10-5-65, leading Traralgon 8-12-60. All that on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
So, we're in for a thrilling finish here at Terry Hunter. Back in the centre, and it's Sean who got the ball, but Anderson took it off him. Sparks ended up with the ball and kicks it down towards his forward line. A little handball over there by Tiziani, and they go forward again. Can they find McInnes? They can.
Wow.
Sparks put it in there.
I tell you, Sparks is the one that stood up here for the Power in the midfield. He's had a heap of the ball this last quarter, Paul.
Yeah, that's 5 disposals in this 12 minutes so far.
So McInnes is going to line up for his second. Very gettable for a big key forward. Let's see what he can do. The last few shots on goal, outside of the last one, set shots, haven't been on target. Can he extend the lead for the Power? He comes in. True. Looks good. Umpire doesn't move. He bangs it straight through the middle. And that's another goal for Cooper McInnes. And another one for the Power, Paul Carter.
11-5-71 at Wonthaggi. Now an 11-point lead over Traralgon, who are on 8-12-60. We've played 13 minutes of the final quarter. And all this is coming to you from the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
Absolutely it is. We've got... so far, we've been playing 13 minutes and we've already had 4 goals kicked in what we knew would be an exciting last quarter.
And the scoring end is what we've believed has been the scoring end for 3 quarters. All of a sudden has just switched in favour of Wonthaggi going down towards the town end.
Coming back into the middle, Shane gets over the top, straight down to Sparks. He's wrapped up in a tackle. Be interesting to see Hourigan still forward, Boxer.
He definitely is. He might have to swing him back very soon.
Absolutely. Sparks gets it out of the middle, takes another clearance. He's kicked forward, though. It's marked by Dunbar. He's going to move the ball quickly forward, looking for Loverson. Hands came in there from Dickerson. Was put over the head over the ball there was Dawson. He got the free kick. You could hear from the Traralgon crowd they weren't happy with that one. Yarn. He takes a mark in the middle of the ground, which is what they hadn't done in that second quarter box. Anderson, quick kick looking for McInnes. Oh, Membry did well. Free kick for Traralgon, advantage played. Dunbar looked to get Lopez, got to bend down. Pushed without it there, but Chug. Lopez isn't happy.
Oh, he's going to
be a free kick going to go against. Free kick's going to go against Traralgon, and it's going to go Wonthaggi. Got to be more disciplined than that.
That's not in a good spot either if you're Traralgon.
And they've given 50 as well. So this is going to be a guaranteed goal here for the Power. And from being 22 points down at half-time, this goal is going to go through. Just trying to work out exactly what's happening here.
They're on the goal line.
Right in the goal line there.
Absolutely. Yep. Jai Williams, he's going to come in and put his second in there. And this is going to stretch the lead to the Power. 17 points. He's just obviously milking his 30 seconds before he rolls in. Williams comes in, top of the goal square, puts it through. That's goal number 4 for the Power this quarter.
It's really critical about brain phase. We've had Brian Sparks, who gave away a goal early in this last quarter. Then we saw, is he still captain or is he the ex-captain?
Ex-captain.
Ex-captain Dil Lopez do the same thing here too, but it's what it's done. instead of giving them a chance at goal, a little bit of undisciplined work by the Traralgon players found him on the goal line. So they'll be wooing that one later on if they do not get over the line, Traralgon.
There's 4 goals in 7 minutes, and the last 3 in 4 minutes has taken Traralgon out to a 17-point lead on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. We've played 15 minutes of the final quarter, and Wonthaggi are 12-5-77, leading Traralgon 8-12-60.
Absolutely. Maroons need to get something happening, and they've thrown Whack in the middle. Anderson said they've had enough for the day. He's rucked well. They're looking to change it up. Whack's going to go in there against Schoen. Again, they go at it. Whack got the tap down, did well. Nothing clear, but Willerton was able to get out of there. He's wrapped up straight away in a tackle. Umpire said, I'll have it.
It's lucky he's not to get away with a free kick then too, the Power, because they've paid that most of the day where you've taken the player on and actually executed a really good tackle, but not rewarded.
Absolutely. We'll go again, trying to get the clearance. Whack get the top over the Schoen. D'Angelo came out in the tackle. We'll have another go. I'll have one more beast, and then it's you.
Super impressed with
Cross your
Schoen
fingers,
as well. He's carried the workload of the ruck for Wonthaggi. He's done a great job.
Schoen got the tap there now. Dawson tried to come through, couldn't get anything. D'Angelo wasn't clean with it. Williams gets the handball over looking for Marsh. He does. He finds Cade. Kicks it out wide. It's going to be a foot race, and who's going to be first to it? It's Cornels. He scraps up in one. Gets around him, though, to McNeil. McNeil puts it forward. 1-on-1 contest. Well done, Membry. Got the fist in there. Connor Little was there to up it up. Comes out wide, finds Tate Marsh. He needs to hit a target coming out here. And Willerton does well. Works it under the body there. He's going to come back in board. He doesn't find Ambler. Ambler's looking for one. He gets the handball onto Jacko McMahon. He's just going to have to dump kick it on the boot. Halliburton's going to fly. McKenna fell at his feet. Lopez. High tackle. High tackle there on Lopez. Waited for it there from Chug. Absolutely. He's 50 out, though. He's in the tough pocket. Can he put it through? Play on to call from 50. Lopez sets it on its way. It's in the middle. Has it got enough legs? It does. And Lopez makes up for his little brain fade before and puts that one through the middle for the Maroons.
Yeah, it's a good little make-up though too, but he was pretty lucky to get that too. I believe if there was a dump button here for the radio, we would have probably used it, because that decision there by the umpire was so questionable. But again, you can't take it back. He's done the great thing by kicking the goal from where he was, so he's given Traralgon another chance.
Which brings the margin in Wonthaggi's favour back to 11 points at the 18-minute mark. The Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, 12-5-77 are the Power, and Traralgon are now 9-12-66.
As we wait for the ball to come back to the centre of the ground, and they're all lined up ready to go. Addy Howe down at boundary line.
That wind dropped down there, Addy?
Yeah, it's dropped completely. There's no breeze at all.
All right, perfect conditions for the last 10 minutes here between two great sides.
So as they go up, it's Sean over Whack off to Cunico. Cunico tackled as he gets a handball, only as far as Harry Dawson for Wonthaggi. He looks to chisel one inside, but it's picked off by Traralgon. And they're going to rebound as quickly as they can. They want to get going quick. It's D'Angelo, uncontested mark, off to McMahon. That's Jackson. His handball over the top finds
Hurrigan.
The big fella Hurrigan. I was going to say Dunbar, but it doesn't look like Dunbar. He gets the ball off to Marsh. That's Cade. He comes inside, but only finds Reed. Picked off again by Reed for Wonthaggi. He's done this all day. He's getting told to play on. Not sure why. He hasn't taken that long, but he gets one out wide and finds Sparks, who just takes a uncontested, easy training type mark.
They're playing a bit of a slow game now. We've got 20 minutes played this quarter, and they're just trying to milk the clock a little bit.
Well, they'd want to be in control as much as they can. He goes down the line, and Cooper McInnes takes a great contested mark. Just sort of came in from the side. So he's got the ball across the half-forward line. Bench side of the ground. He dumps one deep into the forward 50 for Wonthaggi. Who's there? Whack lays a tackle. Ball goes over the line. We're going to get a throw in deep into the forward pocket. Wonthaggi scoring end.
How the game shifts for one side when you actually start using the ball a lot better going inside your 50. So they've really squared up their kicks going inside, and they're kicking to a contest and really making it work hard at ground level as well. So it's good signs here for Power.
So the ball comes in. It's a little bit shallow. She may even do it again, the boundary umpire. No, they don't. They continue to go. It was Cooper McInnes doing the ruck work. It's going to be snapped over the corner by Wonthaggi.
Williams.
It's going to be Williams again.
Goal number 5.
5th for the day.
And
is
there's
Williams.
the match winner for you as well. And that could be another contender there for the Zambrero goal of the day as well. So we've had a couple of absolute rippers where we're actually struggling to find a good goal up until this last quarter. The Power have come back and given us a couple of real good contenders. And I reckon that was a match-winning goal. There you go.
Could be very right there, Box. It's taken them out to a 17-point lead, and we're 21 minutes into the final quarter. On the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, we have Wonthaggi 13-5-83, leading Traralgon 9-12-66.
10 goals to 3 since half-time has been the Power, putting them 17 points in front. And it's a big moment now here for the Maroons. They need to do something. Big moment thanks to the Morwell Bowling Club. Dine under the dome at the Morwell Bowling Club. Who's going to get it out of there? Is it Ambler? Whack. Throws it on the boot, delivers it quickly in forward. Reid goes back with a flight. Well, he's tripped over there by McKenna. Willerton looked to snap it over there. Lopez tried to give it quick hands. Reid's got back up. He's going to get wrapped up in a tackle. The umpire's going to come in and we'll have a ball up.
Jeez, it was almost rugby like that from the big fella Reid. He just needed to keep driving it forward to that try line.
Absolutely. Here it is. McKenna's going to go up in the ruck. Tap down from Schoen. Cunico looked to try to get a hand away there, couldn't. Reid first on the ball. They're going to call for holding the ball. Umpire says, I'll have it. We'll go again.
I just thought the determination of the Power then too in that contest. They really threw themselves at the ball.
22 minutes gone. Last quarter here. Terry Hunter Oval. McKenna, umpire's gone down.
And he's
showed him the knee.
Blown his whistle because he fell over, and it's a free kick to Traralgon.
Free kick to Traralgon.
Geez, if anyone's seen that, let us know what that was for. I don't know what happened.
I'm assuming he's seen who's tripped him up.
No, I think the players just laughed at him for falling over. So it's a bit embarrassing.
So here it is, Lopez looking for his third for the quarter. And really important that he puts this one through. Quickly comes back, puts it through again there for the Maroons, and we're back to 11 points.
Might have gone the early crow, I reckon, but we've still got a little bit left in the clock here, I reckon, too. So they've still got their chances, Traralgon. Wonthaggi will be pretty keen, I reckon. They'll start throwing a couple of numbers back soon to try and defend this lead.
That lead being 11 points in Wonthaggi's favour on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. At the 23-minute mark of the final quarter, Wonthaggi 13-5-83, leading Traralgon 10-12-72.
It's just a quick around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland in the Gippsland League. It's Warwick will have a 10-point lead now, 10-12-72. They lead Maffra 9-8-62.
Must be a scoring end down there too.
So as Paul Carter mentioned, 23 minutes gone in this last quarter. It's whack for Traralgon. Tries to whack it forward, as his name says, but he's unable to do so. We're going to get another stoppage and another free kick. It's paid off the ball. It goes to Traralgon. So Ambler goes inside forward. 55's Lepres. Lepres out on the lead. And he's going to go back and have a crack at his third for the quarter. Fourth for the quarter.
It's kick 3.
It's that thing when you struggle after 3, mate. It's that
hey, I said it earlier. I did say it earlier. So Lepres comes in. He's kicked well. Can he find the goals?
Goal umpire doesn't move.
And you can hear it. Lepres kicks his fourth.
I just need to retract what I said before in regards to that goal was nearly going to finish off Traralgon. They're well and truly back in it now. So, yeah, again, he's writing himself in the history book here, Dill. If he can kick another goal for the quarter and get him over the line, what an effort that would be to kick 5 and win the game off your own boot.
And it's only a 5-point margin, and it's the at 24.5-minute mark of the final quarter on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. Wonthaggi 13-5-83, now leading just by those 5 points over Traralgon, who are 11-12-78. The Maroons have kicked 3 of the last 4 goals.
So the one goal Lepres gave away earlier in this quarter, he's returned fire with 4 of his own.
Absolutely he has, and we're game on here. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. Terry Hunter Oval, 5 points in it. Whack goes up, but it's Schoen who gets the tap down. He does well. D'Angelo, though, robes it and clears the kick there. Hourigan goes forward, but Reid takes the big mark for the Power. Woo. It's been solid all day. He comes out wide. Who's he got? Another one that's been great is Williams. He's kicked 5 today. They're trying to milk a beer with 25 minutes gone. We've had 9 goals in this quarter, Paul. Sorry.
Yeah.
Throw it at
Yes,
you.
5-4.
Whack tried to take the contested mark, couldn't get it, got the handball out. Cunico wraps up one there. We're going to have a ball up.
See, Timmy, lucky you didn't ask Daniel Hutchinson. Corner.
Once again, Nick with his pronunciation.
There
Can't
we
get
go.
the names right.
Whack. Sion got over the top there. Tiziani couldn't get it out there. Sparks. Cunico, Jay tries to get it out there. Kept it in play. He does. He wasn't able to click it up. Jordan got tackled without it, though. Comes back out there. Patterson puts it on the boot. Going forward, but back there is Mitch Membry. And he's going to play on quickly, and they're going to go to the outer side. He's got Dunbar on. Dunbar, what's he got ahead of him? Looking left, looking right, stays left. And it's that man Hourigan who's just going to float wherever it's needed in these last couple of minutes. Hourigan chips over the top. Looking for, but couldn't find Connor Little coming through. Double fister there. Josh Schultz does well. Gets it over the boundary line.
You could see what a little spoil like that can do to a team. Even the coach, Jared Blair's fist bumped, and he's had teammates go to him, Josh Schultz.
Absolutely.
There's one of the spare man back now, the power, so they've got one loose down back.
26 and a half gone here. As we said, we've had 9 goals kicked in this last quarter. It's been a great game. Gippsland live on TRFM. Whack got the tap over behind him. Bates got the handball out. Head over the ball there is Jacko McMahon. He's going to be wrapped up with it. The ball's come out though. Umpire calls play on. Get in there, umpire, and ball it up.
The first quarter went a little longer because of the injury, but the other 2 quarters have gone 29 and a half minutes each. And that would give us 2.5.
Righto. 27 gone there. Patterson got the kick around. Bates, he's wrapped up like a bit of a mummy. Kicks it forward. McInnes takes a strong mark. I'll tell you, the big forwards have been good today, Box.
He's been a lot better this second half. He was definitely covered well by Mitch Membry, and he's especially this last quarter, he's presented so well. And this is what happens when you consistently try and present. Maybe it was a time when Mitch Membry did go off with that ankle that actually freed him up a little bit and gave him a bit more confidence.
Absolutely. So he's going to come in. Ticked over 27 and a half minute here in the last quarter. Terry Hunter Oval. McInnes. Power in front by 5. Comes in from 30. It's a slow approach. Puts it on its way. Goal umpire shuffles a fair bit to the right. And he's missed it. It's through for one behind.
One straight kick the difference. 6 points in Wonthaggi's favour on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard. They're 13-6-84, leading Traralgon, who are 11-12-78.
Here comes Paul Carter's prediction with the
for a draw. Traralgon down the ground for a goal.
So Membry just goes the barrel. That right foot, there's nothing wrong with it. And he finds the big fella.
Lopez.
Hourigan. Thanks, Timmy. And Hourigan just goes forward. Willerton's there. It's Reuters. He's over the top. He finds Leprez. He backtracks. He falls over, but it's going to go through for a point. Through for a point. Geez, the excitement built. And we are going to probably nearly stop play again.
We're going to stop the clock because we got Isaac Chug down. I'll tell you.
I reckon he's copped it in the mid region.
How good's this game been? We don't like. Good first quarter, Traralgon had the second, Wonthaggi the third. We thought earlier on, Box, you called it that one was going to be it for Wonthaggi, but two great teams going at it. That play there, Lopez just needs to work on running backwards a little bit.
If the Power can get over the line, this would be one of the biggest wins they've had for quite a long time. You know, we could actually potentially see 3 players down and 3 quality footballers as well. They've worked their way back into the game after having a very, very heavy deficit at the hands of Traralgon in that second quarter. And now we've come back and Chug's on his feet, which is a great thing there for the Power.
Absolutely he is. Addie Howe, rotations coming through there in the last couple of minutes, just trying to get their best players on the ground.
Yeah, getting everyone on there, boys. The Traralgon boys are not going to want to get it out of the 50.
Righto, here we go. It's Schultz who's going to have it. Or Jared Blair. Schultz it is. Schultz looks to go. Said he's going to go left now. He goes right out to the pack. Membry's in front. McInnes, he couldn't grab it though. Bounces out. And Williams is clever. And we're going to have a boundary throw in. Traralgon wanted the deliberate or insufficient intent. Boundary throw in. Tristan Whack there. Shown as he's been good all day. Whack did well, got him out of the way, got the tap down, but wasn't able to convert it into anything. Williams got the big clearing kick there for the Power. Cornelius was watched the ball, he went back to it. Little, He, though, was able to retreat. Comes back into the middle. Who's he find? Coming through was Blair. He's wrapped up in a strong tackle.
Yeah, they're throwing numbers back now, Tim. Wonthaggi, they've really got to try and defend this now too. They don't want to be too cute and get too defensive, but they've got to stop this onslaught by the Maroons.
Whack goes at it, Shone. He's been good all day. Who comes through there is Chrissy Williams. Squid puts it inside 50. Who's out in front? Marsh, Hourigan, Reed. Hourigan did well, taps it down to Marsh. He's just got to be clean. He is. He swings it back inside. Lopez, who's at the drop. Chug comes through with the hand. Halliburton picks it up. He's got a high tackle. Umpire says no, I'll have it.
It would have to be a gutsy umpire.
Absolutely.
Well called, because he ducked straight into that oncoming
absolutely
tackle.
he did. There was 100 people that were ready to give the free kick, but nothing. Whack goes at it. Tips down. Can't get it clean. There was Cunico. D'Angelo looks for the free kick. Looks for the free kick. The umpire's saying, I'm not going to pay it.
I'll tell you what, Timmy, well done to this umpire. He's not getting sucked
Absolutely.
in to the crowd noise and the playing for free kicks.
Whack gets over the top. Nothing comes out of it. Puts his head down as Schultz. Umpire says, I'll have it again. 31 and a half minutes gone here. Terry Hunter Oval.
I tell you what, it'll erupt if the siren goes right now too.
It's 5 points the margin. The power in front. It's inside Traralgon's 50 where it's been for the last couple of minutes. Coming over the top, Joan. He doesn't want to get rid of it. He's sitting on the ball and the umpire says, I'll still have it. I tell you, the deck's gone nuts here at Traralgon. Whack gets the front position. Shone does well. Gets a tap down. Anderson couldn't get it. D'Angelo's first to it to Jacko McMahon. He throws it inside 50. Who's there? Hourigan, Lopez. No one at the ground. Wrapped up in a strong tackle. Ball comes out. Clearing kick. Comes out there from Williams. Out there, Dunbar. The other Williams, Jackson. In front. He gets the clearing kick. Traralgon is set up though. It'll be Little that'll be first to get to the ball. It's being chased by Cornelius. Little's clean. Good tackle though by Cornelius. What's coming out of there? Brown. Can he get anything happening? The Power are going to be happy to roll it up, and they are with Dawson.
Great great tackle there by Cornelius. The Dunbar was going to be away then too, so just to get that tackle on.
Here we go. Wax going at it again. Joan came over the top. Dawson tried to kick it. Nothing coming from it. Getting it clear. There's the big Shone. He's been great all day. Gets it forward. McGuinness, he'll be happy to see the boundary line. He does. And that there has to be paid deliberate. And it is. Traralgon free kick.
Wow.
33 minutes gone. Last quarter here at Terry Hunter Oval. It's the Power by 5 points. Now we've got to wait, Beast, for 2 minutes for someone to go and find the ball.
He's belted that right over to near the housing estate. But there's a fella out there with it, and he's... Well, it looks like he's trying to go quick, but he's not going as quick as probably what he should be if you're a Traralgon supporter. So it's Little. He's going to go long down the line. Who can he find? Wax there. Can't quite find him. We're going to get another throw in. Geez, time is ticking, boys. Time is ticking. 33 minutes gone. Can Traralgon get a quick stoppage and get an inside 50? Hourigan's trotting down to the forward 50. He's looking to line himself up. It's Sean who gets the ball forward for Wonthaggi. Wonthaggi look like they're going to... Patterson has got the ball. He kicks long down to the forward 50 looking for McInnes.
There it is.
There's the siren. Time just beat them.
I tell you, what a cracking game we've had here. Round 7, Alinta Energy Gippsland League. The Power 22 points down at half time. And they've been able to come back and defeat the Maroons. 13-6-84. 11-13-79. You're listening to Gippsland Live on TRFM. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman Electrical Gippsland. Trade in and save up to $700 on selected home entertainment. We'll be back after the break with our Gippsland Isuzu Player of the Day and a wrap up on what's been a great game here on Saturday afternoon football. Thank you.
What a win.
That's
gutsy.
Geez, they needed that.
What a gutsy win.
Right, let's be quick because we're 5 o'clock already.
So, yeah.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Time for the top 5 goals of round 6. Number 1, it's Ben Crocker again. He kicked 8 last week. He kicked 8 this week. He had 2 don't argues there and punishes with a beautiful snap. Can somebody stop him? I don't think so. Number 2, it's Tyron Rees from Barnsdale here. Beautiful handball receive at the edge of the pack. He turned calmly and just slotted it home. Number 3, an acrobatic effort here from Declan Kelty from Moe. He goes off the ground. Oh, beautiful work. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth here from Sale. Another beauty off the ground, this one on the run, and slots it home. And once again, we get another one off the ground. This time it's Byron Vickery from Barnsdale in the goal square. You beauty.